that we're releasing. I'm here with
Replica.
Joseph.
It's the new replica.
It's a new replica, yeah. It's a toy gun, yeah. YouTube, don't worry, don't take us down again because they actually did. We have lots of interesting points to talk about. Paulina, real quick in a couple seconds, what are we gonna go through?
What's on the agenda? We will be looking quickly at the company history, the milestones, the new ghillie suits, and the gun cover, the replica covers, of course. And we will have many influences like Salo, Fabi, and
Swamp Sniper,
and
Stay Fresh Shoe
from the UK.
House Gamers will hopefully join as well from the US, so we will see
Canada.
about that.
Guy from Canada. He
Canada.
didn't move because it didn't get banned yet. Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's all
major Airsoft players and influences. And we will release a new gun.
Replica, we will
Airsoft replica.
This is gonna be so hard for us.
Certainly, but we're just playing and it's a game. So, the new replica, and we're looking forward to it and to your questions.
Exactly. If you have questions, you can ask us in the chat at any time, and we will try to, figure out a way to answer your questions in the chat or like in this live stream. Okay, where did
Don't
we?
forget the generous move we're talking about.
Oh yeah. We have a giveaway. We already picked one lucky winner, who will win what we are launching today. New thing. So stay tuned till the end.
Good, we stopped at the ghillie suit. We did talk about how we came up with the leaves. The leaf camera you just plug onto your suit to have perfect camouflage. And this is how we got into the crafting community. People loved those artificial leaves. They plugged it onto the suits. But we got lots of questions of, hey, can you make gun covers? Can you make a suit that has this and that features? And this is where we started thinking, and we were like, man, maybe we can improve on the suits. Maybe we can make it different, our own way, compatible with our leaves, as easy to craft as possible. And this is where everything started. You remember still, Joseph? You were there from the beginning, actually. Before we even had the textile department. Yeah? That's been a year ago.
We started this together. We were just sitting in the office and we were just thinking, how can we make this, easier to use? Because I remember when I was making my ghillie suit, when I tried, I failed so bad for so many reasons. It just takes a lot of time. You have to buy everything. You have to craft everything from scratch. And yeah, we were just sitting together. How can we make this? And we saw so many issues, so many problems at the beginning, but we solved them all. And here we go. Here we have Steven?
Steven, yeah.
Yes, here we have him completely geared up in the sniper boonie, the mesh goggles. It's not mesh, it's actually a sticker there. We have the whole jacket with some cool little features and pants as well. And if you don't want to, have a full ghillie suit, we also have the shoulder piece.
Short interruption. House Gamers will join. He has now signed.
House Gamers will join. Okay, we got the confirmation. He will join. So perfect.
This is the shoulder piece that Joseph was talking about, and here we also see the amber pattern. And Joseph did ask on the previous stream, which then got taken down, why did we go with amber? Yeah, why did we go with this pattern?
This pattern?
So, how did this happen? Yeah. When we decided we want to make a leaf suit, we were kind of like, should we make our own camouflage pattern or should we just look what's out there? And here you have to understand that camouflage patterns are free to use for everyone pretty much if you just, they're available. If you want to make something multicam, you don't need to develop multicam. Multicam is available, you can buy it and make products with it. So what we basically did is we bought every single leaf suit on the market. Yeah, I think it's 18 leaf suits or something in different patterns. You have from lots of different manufacturers. And what I just did is I went into an Austrian forest at multiple times of the year, and I just put all the ghillies on the ground, literally like this. Like I took it, I threw it on the ground, and I just looked at it. And this is how, I got a good idea of which pattern fits best. Because you can always argue about, which color fits exactly this and that. But what it's all about in the end is that from a close distance, like 10 meters, it should be as invisible as possible. And the amber pattern, and this is what really surprised me, because the amber pattern is something that you can get already. Yeah, you can actually find suits in this pattern.
Kinda. There is a twist.
They're different. To it. Yeah, there's a twist, but this pattern can be found on Amazon. You can find it on different websites, and it's actually quite popular. And you can get them also really cheap, but there's a reason for it. Because the mesh underneath will break. Yeah, they're really flimsy and really That's why they're $20, yeah. But anyways, I looked at it, I was like, how the hell does this pattern, yeah, that's so available everywhere, that's so cheap, can camouflage by far the best? And this was the end result. Man, we did the testing, we had those, suits, about 20, and this was by far the best one. But the problem was that the base material was weak, yeah? It
The
broke
color
and it
was
ripped.
not perfect.
The color was
yet.
not 100%. Yeah, the pattern is what we really liked. Yeah, it's really disruptive, it's high contrast, and it just it just works really well. But we had to adapt.
Like if you look at it, it's basically like taking a picture of the ground
exactly
in the forest and printing it onto the leaves, the 3D leaves. So that on its own is a good move. Like you just snap a picture of the forest and you put it on yourself. But the colors were not perfect.
Colors, yeah. So we
Colors
took a lot of
were
time.
way off, like.
Color grading is a big thing. Yeah, it's the same with the leaves. You can get leaves, also on AliExpress, but are the colors going to be good?
There is a reason why
Probably not.
most people paint their leaves again. They put them in the washing machine, they take, spray paint or maybe sometimes even by hand and they just paint them because the colors are just off. That was the case with this suit or this pattern as well. But we fixed it.
We changed it, yeah. If you look at the screens and then you look our fan leaf, yeah, the LC1, you will see that the green is pretty much the same, yeah, because people really enjoyed this green. And why did they enjoy the green? Because that's not fair.
No.
It's a different one. Don't know if we have it here. Yeah, people really enjoyed it. This is why we made this green exactly that. It just fit perfectly into the forest, yeah. Here we have it. If you see, it's incredibly similar. It's also very much in the color of Halo screen, which people are using a lot. So we did basically took your work away of adding Halo screen to your suit because we already picked the screen. Then we did lots of other small details. The way it's sewed on, it stands away. We have wedgie loops. We have incredibly strong mesh. Like there's just no way that you can break this. It's a really, really strong mesh and perfectly for crafting because there's big holes. You can put the cable ties through. You can put the pins through. You can put your leaves on there if you have the pin, which is over there. So yeah.
What are the favorite features then?
The favorite features, yeah. So this is how we basically got the pattern and the base and everything. But feature-wise, we really had to, run around with it and find problems like your belt is just moving. You run around because you have multiple layers. You have your BDU and then your jacket. What happens to this?
Oh, the Velcro belt. So that was the only thing I was struggling with when I was playing with my regular setup. I have my belt on, I have the magazines, and since I run GBBR guns most of the time, I have heavy magazines on my belt. If I run, the belt just turns around me and my pistol is suddenly like on this side and it's just crazy. So I was really blown away by how our regular battle belt is stable. You have the Velcro belt on you and then you basically put the battle belt on the Velcro belt and it just sticks to it and there is no way that can move. And I'm like, okay, I want that. If I would run the ghillie suit, I want that feature. So that's
Exactly.
probably my most favorite feature because I can show you right now. Here we have Velcro as well and you can stick your battle belt on it and it will stay in place.
Exactly. And you can cover it if you don't want it. Joseph, can you get the amber belt real quick so we can show
Yes.
it? So yeah, with this Velcro, we kept and retained this feature of your belt not moving. But this was not the only thing. Also, we realized that, some people like to run hoods, some people like to run boonies. And if you have a hood and a boonie, it gets a bit crowded there, right? You want to keep it as lightweight and not really sweaty. So we did make this modular. You can actually attach a hood. And also when it comes to this hood, we did make sure that you can really adjust the tightness of the hood, that it, pulls onto your head, that when you move your head, you can still see and you're not looking into the sides of your hood basically. Also, then we thought if we already go this far, let's actually make a belt that's camouflaged. So here we do see the amber belt and it has leaves on the belt and we are planning to make our entire gear lineup like the assault rifle pouch over there. We're gonna have those leaves on there so you don't have to worry about camouflage anymore. Also, we will have mole camo straps, these little guys right here. And you can basically just stick them through the mole and attach 3D leaves like this. These are also going to be sold in a set, so you can camouflage not just by buying the camouflage stuff already, but if you have gear that's not camouflaged, you can just add this stuff on there. Multiple of them, then it's gonna look very similar to this.
And it will hide you pretty well in the bushes, because this really just breaks up your silhouette pretty well. So.
Yeah. It sticks out and it makes no noise. I think that's also a big deal. Like some leaf suits, they go like when you run. Yeah. This one is just, we'll put it to the microphone. Maybe then you can actually hear it. But it's really quiet. The leaves make barely any noise. They're lightweight, and these are some of the small details that we put in there. You might not see it on the product page, but making those leaves silent. It takes time to find the right material.
There is a lot of thought that goes into all the products, because
we're playing with it, so we have to make it right.
We want it perfect. We want it perfect. And if you want to do something perfect, that can take a lot of time.
That's why it actually took a year. It took an entire year to make this thing. It looks easy, but there's a lot of thought behind it.
Yeah, when you see the product, it's like, just get the material, just get a stitching machine, you can make it yourself at home. But also the difference is mass producing this, because this is meant for the average player who just wants to get like 95% professional gear.
Yeah.
And mass producing these things, that's also a lot of hassle.
That's where it starts, yeah. Because making one suit, you can do it, and it's easy.
You can do it yourself. There is thousands of people.
Making 1,000 suits can also be easy, but now you want to make 1,000 suits and you actually want to make it affordable. And this is where it becomes difficult.
Yes, making something affordable that's nearly perfect or perfect, depends how you look at it, that's not an easy task.
Yeah. Are we on schedule fully now?
We are, and actually we have Stay Fresh Shoe and House Gamers coming with a call.
Do we already have them in the chat or not yet?
Yes,
Should
shoes
be
are already
joining.
here.
So
Hello.
should we join Stay Fresh Shoe to start?
Would you want
Discussing.
to introduce the guys?
Yes. Stay Fresh Shoe, the content machine.
No.
Exactly.
Can you hear
Hey,
us?
I can hear you.
us?
How are you doing?
Everything works well.
Great. We can
It
hear
is
you well.
working, yeah. God, you sound beautiful with your Austrian accents. Oh, I love it.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, quick introduction. You can introduce yourself later, but let me give you my perspective of your introduction, actually. So the way
Okay,
I
be
would
kind.
introduce you is, I would call you the PewDiePie of Airsoft, because you are an absolute content machine, and you have the talent of just sitting in front of a camera and you say like, okay, let's pick a topic, everyone, and then you just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And it's funny. It's funny. And it's
That's the most interesting part. It's actually not boring.
Yeah.
I enjoy listening to
Phew.
your videos, because it's just different. You also have this like funny way of talking, and then you
That's
always
just being
like,
English.
cut in like close up on your face, and it's actually funny. I enjoy your videos. So
See,
everybody,
I do that on purpose. I do that on purpose. I know my face is quite funny, so the closer in I zoom, the better the content gets.
I have a first question. What happened
Sure.
to your tooth?
right?
So when you go right for the big ones. So when I was little, I walked into a pole with my eyes shut because I thought that was a good idea and knocked that whole front tooth out. I then later on, they put it back in. I had a root canal, and now I'm going through the process of like an implant and stuff. And yeah, so the tooth's been on a big journey, and it's like pretty much every other video it changes, but it won't change.
That
And now
was
it's
my,
gonna change
my
again.
point. Like I was watching your videos before and everything was fine, and then suddenly I see a video and there is a hole in your tooth. And like Airsoft BB or
Yeah,
actually saw
I
that,
did use
something
it. I did use that to like pretend like, to try and push how important it is to have, face protection for people. I did have a video where I pretended it was broken because of a BB, but it was actually just from a Chinese that I had the day beforehand. But I was like, hey, I can use this to try and save some
Yeah,
people's gnashes.
It's
So we did
a very
that.
valid point, because most people, or not most, but a lot of people on the field don't use face protection or like at least teeth protection. And
No,
I think
mean,
it's a
you
very
use your
big
gum
risk.
guard, man.
I do.
Your
I
gum
do.
guard scares me so much. I'm so worried that you're just gonna, not have a beautiful smile anymore. Like, oh man, have you been hit in the mouth with that on yet?
Yes, multiple
with-
times.
just with a
I was
fist.
once I was hit. What is happening? All good?
Oh, good. We're just
Okay,
checking
Oh,
this
so-
out.
very loud. I'll try and
I'm-
be quieter. I'll move you away a little bit. There we go. Sorry.
No, you sound perfect. So what was happening? Okay, my mouth guard. So I got hit like 4 or 5 times already, and on one occasion I got hit right in the middle and it cut my upper lip and bottom lip as well, both at the same time. I even have a picture. It was like the blood was running on my face, and it wasn't pleasant. It was when I was already going outside of the building because I was hit, and a guy with an LMG just cut my face in half, basically.
Yeah.
So, but the one BB cut my upper lip and my lower lip as well. So I'm really glad that I'm using it. And to be fair, I don't even feel comfortable going into a airsoft game without it. Like, I wear it all the time.
Yeah, no, I mean, you need to keep them safe, man. I know that you kind of like scare people. People are always like, you with the teeth on there, you look like a vampire running around, and it's I'm just so worried for you all the time.
Yeah, it's style points for the videos as well. It's like my kind of image now, so I like it for that reason as well. But I don't like face masks. It just prevents me from getting onto the cheek rest, and
it also has an effect. Actually, there is some, or even at the military, we learned that one reasons why you do face camo is actually to scare people, to scare your enemy, look scary. Yeah, when you enter a room, you just go like, oh, it's a ghost or something. So maybe it actually does something if you smile while you go into a room. Maybe it works.
It's like, oh, this guy is cute. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, man.
Stay fresh.
I'll have to give that a go. Oh, there you go. I found the button to turn my camera on. Hello, everyone. How are you doing
now
today?
it works.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
Great.
Perfect. So that's perfect time to introduce yourself for 15 seconds. Who are you? We
Okay,
already
cool.
kind of covered that, but let's do it again.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shu, also known as Chris. I do daily airsoft uploads. There's not been much gameplay recently, but as they say, I talk about a lot of rubbish a lot of the time, but it's kind of funny and entertaining and interesting. So check it out. Stay Fresh Shu Airsoft on YouTube. You'll love it, I swear, or your money back.
Okay, we have one question. I was wondering how you managed to pump out a video all by yourself. Do you have like a crew in the background, or are you just an absolute workaholic?
I've been in the video production industry for like the best part of 2 decades. So in that time, I've got a lot of experience in knowing, where the best shortcuts are and just trying to make everything. I'm not lazy. I just like to be super efficient. So in terms of like turning around the videos and making them kind of like, good and watchable, but also quick to make, there's a lot of little tricks that you can kind of do. And I'm going to do some videos explaining that. So, hopefully the tricks that I've picked up and kind of made, other people can use them. So then we can get even more cool content out there in the world.
What's your inspiration for this format? Because, in the beginning I did call it a PewDiePie Airsoft, that's what it reminds me on. But do you have like a YouTuber that you're following or some influence where you go, this is kind of what I want to do, but I want to do it for Airsoft?
I mean, like I've been watching PewDiePie for years myself. I think it's really interesting seeing how he evolved from doing gameplay content to kind of newsy type general fun content, and now he's doing the stuff that he is. But it's more, I don't know. I didn't really feel like within Airsoft we've got like Airsoft creators, like yourself and like everybody else coming in on the stream, House Gamer, Swamp Stiper, like Fabi Silo. But there wasn't really, or I didn't really feel like there was a YouTube style YouTuber for within the airsoft scene, if that kind of makes sense. And I've worked in like the games industry, I've worked in esports, and I've worked at a creator marketing kind of agency as well. So I've been exposed to a lot of that, and I've been a professional actor. I've kind of been around the world kind of acting and hosting like gaming events and things, and I was just like, this is perfect. I love airsoft and I've got the skills to do this. So let's just start making daily content and hopefully make everyone's like airsoft lives a little bit more fun and helpful and stuff.
Do you stick to daily? Is it really daily, or is it more like,
How did you dedicate
every
to
single
this?
day.
How did you dedicate to this? Did you just tell someone, punch me if I don't do it? Or like, what's your motivation?
Well, I started at the end of last year, like November, December time. I was like, I want to start trying to do more regular content, but I didn't put a daily label on it. I just tried to do it daily. And then by the time the new year started, I was already kind of in the habit of doing daily videos. And now I was like, well, I've started the year and I haven't had a day in the year where I haven't uploaded a video. So now I feel like if I didn't upload a video one day, then the rest of the year has kind of been for nothing, because otherwise I didn't need to upload a video every day for the rest of it. So I'm carrying that on my shoulders now. But also like the community that we're building, like the Stay Fresh US of community, they're just awesome. And I feel like, there may be something which I'm like, oh, that seems like a silly thing, but if I make a video about it, if that helps one person, enjoy airsoft a bit more, or they're in the field and they, because of this thing, they get that kill, they get the objective or something like that, then that's a really cool feeling. And I'd love to try and have that kind of involvement within people's airsoft lives. So that's the whole goal anyway, to help people be a positive aspect of the community and just have fun, really.
That's very important these days. Like, stay positive, it's a game, be nice.
I also think so, because it's very tempting as a gameplay, let's call it gameplay influencer. It's very tempting to show negative sides of airsoft because they those videos just perform really well.
But they do, like, to be fair.
But when I look at you show, I think, more what airsoft is, like different aspects about airsoft, and also showing that airsoft is not just about playing. Yeah, I would even say playing airsoft is maybe 25% to 30% of the actual sport. Most of it is preparing your gear, tuning the community, being in Facebook groups and just discussing stuff, organizing games. So
tagging. We
yes,
like to work on our replicas. Like, we need that. It's like in our blood. It's like if you don't upgrade something, it's like I need to do more. So
exactly.
we know that. Previously we talked with Chris about the ghillie suits and the ember pattern. You already got some of the stuff. How do you like it? How do you like it? Do you do you have it there perhaps somewhere?
I do. I was gonna start the stream wearing it, but then I thought that'd be a bit too keen. So I figured I'd just have it to the side, and I could be like, "Here's one I made earlier." So it is on backwards. You're gonna freak out and wonder where my body's gone, but don't worry, I'm not a floating head. This is the multicam shoulder piece. Of course, it would go the other way round, though. I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. You can see that there. Dayton, join me.
Now
I don't have mine with me. All I have is my coffee, man. It's morning time for me.
It's more. Oh, it's like the afternoon for me. But shall I freak you out? Where's the hat? I've got the hat somewhere as well.
Welcome, Dayton.
Hey,
Welcome,
man.
Dayton. Let's do a
What's
quick.
up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Are you guys ready for the big sniper announcement coming in?
I'm ready.
We are more than ready.
We're more than ready, man. We have like 5 people here
We
just to
spent
announce
like
it.
3 days preparing the whole setup. Maybe we can switch to the wide angle again, just to show what's happening a little bit. We are more than ready. We actually have them here on the ground, and then we will show them. But we still have 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes still.
Yes.
Oh,
Dayton.
we can do a lot in 20 minutes.
Dayton. Now we need to talk about
Christoph,
Canada.
how's it going? Yeah.
What's happening,
we've got
man? You
some
had the people from the
development,
parliament in your videos. Can you tell us what happened in Canada?
Yeah, so basically right now in Canada, there is a group of politicians trying to pass a new gun bill that would make airsoft completely illegal in Canada. So that's fun.
That's not fun, man.
Bad
That's
people.
No, not really fun. No. So the best part is, though, I don't know if the new laws even say that my airsoft videos are going to be legal, so I might have to take down my channel too.
What?
That's
What?
bullshit,
You-
is it?
Yeah.
You had
it could
to
be
take-
it could be considered promoting violence between people and would be illegal. So
But
I
is
might actually
this-
have to delete my channel too.
But
That's
is this a-
insane.
But is this Canada's problem? Isn't this more like YouTube?
I don't know, because you could argue that because I live in Canada and I'm uploading them to YouTube and people in Canada watch them, that the government could order me to take them down.
Oh wow.
Is
So-
boxing still allowed?
Is boxing? I don't know.
Because that would promote violence among people in a much accessible way. So I'm just curious on how
Oh,
the
yeah.
government are thinking
Yeah,
about
if-
these things.
If anybody wants to look it up, it's called Bill C-21. I would recommend giving it a read because it's the definition of how vaguely a politician can state something and have it be possibly put into law, because it barely even identifies airsoft as a thing, but somehow it's gonna ban it. So yeah, that's
But
fun.
how did you? Can you tell us about the video that you created where you actually got people from the you took the people from the parliament
got the
by the
members
hair
of
and just
parliament?
dragged them to the field? Like, can you tell us more about it?
So I didn't actually organize the MPs coming to the field. MPs are what we call our members of parliament. We have members of parliament that fill up the House of Commons, and that's how we form laws in Canada, is through the House of Commons. So we got people from that body that votes on laws that get passed. We got 5 of them to come to the airsoft field to see what airsoft is like. So it was actually super, super awesome because now we know for sure 100% that there are people in the House of Commons that have played airsoft, have held an airsoft gun, have met an airsofter, and are willing to speak on behalf of us to defend
Hey.
airsoft.
What was
Which
their
is
reaction?
really awesome.
What did they tell you?
So we had everyone there had what seemed like a different level of understanding of airsoft and guns in general. There were 2 people there who clearly were very, gun supportive people, and they knew what they were doing. But the other 3 were not as much gun supportive people, and they, we got to let them try out playing with airsoft guns. They got to see that they weren't dangerous. They got to see that they were fun. And the best part was, as soon as we showed these members of parliament like the guns and got them to try and shoot them, they instantly saw the game in it, and they were trying to beat each other's high scores in the shooting time and stuff like that. And it just went to show like how much it. Oh, gamers are here. It just went to show how much of a game airsoft is and how they have to not be afraid of it. But it was really, really good, and it's really reassuring to know that there are people in our government now that actually know what airsoft is like. So
I
that's
think
fun.
this is the best way. This is the best way. Show them it's fun. Show them it's not
Yeah.
dangerous. Just open. You need to open their eyes basically, and then it kind of transforms your idea of what the airsofters are actually doing, because it's not about violence at all, like zero.
Yeah. I think actually the reason why this is happening in Canada is because people don't know what airsoft is. And I think actually this situation, how it's playing out, is sort of a benefit because it's also raising awareness of what airsoft is to maybe help get it protected. I don't know. I'm trying to look on the bright side because my YouTube channel and my favorite sport is being banned. So I'm trying to stay positive.
You got this, man. Don't worry. We won't go down without a fight. We're helping you in any way we can.
Yeah, don't have to worry, I guess. Woo.
You'll be fine. You can always take up paintball.
Yeah, maybe. I
Active
think that's
and
getting
Gilio.
banned too, though.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, I think the verbiage says anything that intends to or looks arguably like a real gun, and that real gun shoots faster than 500 feet per second.
Yeah, we
Well,
looked
the
into it,
replica
it's-
does not. Yeah,
It's
it's really complicated how they described it. How they didn't just describe it by muzzle velocity. It's weird. It's weird.
I also don't understand.
We do have one question to you guys, because both of you have played the role as the ghillie sniper, but also the role of the active sniper. And we're curious on like why Dayton you stick mostly to active sniping, like when I look at your videos, and then for you,
Yeah.
Shu, you do tend to go towards the ghillie direction. Like what's your reasoning for this? Maybe you can start, Dayton.
ADHD? I don't know. I don't like sitting. Don't get me wrong. I like putting on the ghillie suit and hiding and having a guy almost step on me. But I don't know. There's something about running and gunning that just makes it feel even better when you're doing it with a bolt action rifle. I don't know what it is.
It's more action. It's like.
I mean, I
you
do the
get
same
to
thing,
run.
so I totally get it there.
Yeah, it's just the calling. It's the way the game is meant to be played for me. I don't know why.
What about you, Stay Fresh Shoe? What's your take on this? Active or
I've
guilty?
I like more like sneaky ghillie, although sometimes I will kind of like run out front line and then realize, oh, I need to now run backwards because I'm too close to people. But there's something, I did a video about this where I wasn't sure if I was a psychopath or not, but I love the fact that when I'm hidden and, nobody can see me, if I've got somebody like, say I've got my Mark 23 or SSX23, something like that, and I can at any point pull the trigger and that person is like dead in the game, I love that feeling of power. And again, I don't know if that makes me a psycho or not, but the feeling of like, and if you're watching someone in your scope and you know that at any point you decide to pull the trigger and then they're going to get hit, there's something really fun about that. So yeah, again, I'm still waiting to hear back from the doctors to see if that means I'm weird or not. But I just find that really fun. It's so
Okay.
fun.
We have to keep it, YouTube friendly. We don't want to get taken down again. So
They're just toys.
I
They're
just
toys.
love
It's
shooting
toys,
people. What
yes.
can I say?
It's toys, it's all toys. But I can relate to both roles, but I always found it easier to just run and gun because I know something is happening. If you do the ghillie roll, it's kind of like maybe something happens, yeah, but you have to be patient and you might get disappointed or you get the best moment ever. But it's it's kind of like a gamble if it becomes a fun game. While if you run and gun, you know at least you ran and got hit, yeah, which is at least you did something, right?
You do something for your body. You exercise quite a lot.
But-
I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
then,
problem for me.
then at
My
least if you're
stamina's
bad at
terrible.
airsoft, you're good at exercise. Yeah. that
But you
passes
do
off.
also have to exercise with a ghillie because just moving slow by itself is actually difficult because you get into awkward situations and you go, oh, I might actually trip, but I'm not allowed to trip because that's fast movement, so I'm gonna try to stabilize myself. It can be really, really hard.
It can definitely,
To
and you are
just-
sweating a
True,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, and the
Same
ghillie
with
is
prawns
hot,
and
yeah.
fingernails. When
Stay
if you're
fresh.
like a hide position, and then there's somebody nearby, then you go over a load of thorns. You've got to like catch yourself and not react, because if you go, "Ow," somebody's not going to go, "Oh, bless you," to the bush. They're going to know that there's a dude in there. So you got to like get so much kind of self-control over how you react to all these little things. Like, oh man, yeah, I love it. It's great.
Actually, that's one thing that I didn't realize until I started playing with like your leaf suit and stuff like that, is just how still you have to be when you're using something like a ghillie suit or a leaf suit. I always thought ghillie suits, leaf suits were like, all right, I put it on, now I'm a salad and I can't be seen. But you actually have to like not move. And people don't realize how much you move doing simple things like breathing.
Yeah.
Breathing, you that kind of moves your body a little bit. And then like reloading a gun, that'll do it to you too.
Replica,
So,
it's a replica. Go on.
I mean,
Toy guns, yeah.
toy airsoft BB shooter. That's what we play with.
We
We
should
need to
make
find a
up a
new
new
name for
name. We have to find a new
We've-
name.
Replica.
We've
sounds
actually
good.
been referring to it.
It
as
is actually
airsoft
replica,
markers.
so
Just like
Airsoft
paintball marker,
markers.
airsoft marker.
That
Maybe we
sounds
should
We've been
good.
call
calling
it,
it, 'cause we're trying to get away from calling them guns as well, even though they're
Yeah.
toys.
Blasters. That's what Nerf do, isn't it? They're not Nerf guns. They're Nerf blasters.
Also
Yeah.
for gel blasters, yeah, which actually makes sense. Shu,
Airsoft
how do you
blaster.
like the 303 so far? You got it a couple days ago, right?
Or
Here we go.
weeks already.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. The CNC, it's heavier than I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing because I like a bit of
how
light.
can you
Heavy?
expect heavier? How can you expect lighter? It's so lightweight
I
already.
also think it's incredible.
No,
it's a
no,
pistol.
no,
in a-
but yeah, but it's just I don't know, because I got it and I was like, it's heavy. The first thought was it's heavier than I thought it would be, but it's a good weight,
Maybe
It's
because
like when
it's
you
so
pick up a
solid,
dictionary.
you would think it's heavy. Like you touch it, it's like, oh, this is so solid. But put it on a scale, it's actually really lightweight.
Yeah, I mean it's lovely. I mean, I'm not saying it's a too light or bad thing. It's just like it was heavier than I thought it was going to be, but I was pleasantly surprised in the good way. So yeah, no, I like it. I've done some. I haven't been able to go out with it yet. I've done some plinking in the garden, and so far I've been really happy with that. I did a video yesterday testing which magazines I feel are best for it, and luckily the Norwich ones came out on top, which was good to see.
That's good to know.
But yeah, my first game day is going to be the 29th, so 12 days from now, and I'm going to be taking this out on that day. See, the camera's already on there, scope is on there. It's pretty much all ready to go. But I do need lots of magazines, and I would quite like the Norwich suppressor too. So yeah,
This is like
It's up
asking
to
me
you
to
guys,
send you
eh?
something.
Something that big off the front end.
yeah. Yeah, I've got a little boy on there at the minute, and it doesn't make it as quiet as I'd like it to be. But yeah, bigger is better. That's the phrase, isn't it? That's
Have
what they
you-
say.
Have
Well,
you
not
tried
always.
the modular SSX suppressor and putting one that long on the end?
I've not,
It
but I'll
does
have one
work.
of those as well. Give me
It does
3 of
work.
them, and I'll make it like the biggest, longest thing of all time ever. I mean, that's worth it.
We should make a modular rifle
Exactly, it'll
suppressor.
work.
Maybe we can do
Modular
something.
rifles.
I recently made a video in which I destroyed a few suppressors, or kind of destroyed. They still work, but maybe we can send you a few to make this happen.
I'm down for that.
Anyways,
Look, I do
another-
stupid things. It's great.
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
yeah.
I'm gonna Dayton, put your hands up. Put your hands up right
Stop.
now.
Wait.
Put them up.
Actually,
Oh no! He came prepared.
super YouTube friendly.
See, that's why Bill C21 is coming in Canada.
I'm
You
hiding
crazy
them all. You
Canucks, you've
can't
got
see them.
cupboards
It's
full
okay.
of guns in there.
It's okay. There's nothing there.
Yeah, don't show Canada that part of the video, please. I thought you had clothes in there, man.
No, that's just to
Oh.
hide it from. That's just to hide it from Twitch, man. We can't. Twitch isn't allowed to see that stuff.
Oh, look at that. See, look at that. I'd love to know if we could get like a general census of what Canadians' houses are like. Because maybe they do have a problem. Maybe C21's a good thing. We don't know. We're in Canada. So let's not judge it too harshly at the moment, okay?
Yeah, actually, do you want to know? You want to know the craziest thing? I said it in my video, but the craziest thing about this Bill C21 thing is the only way that I could keep the YouTube channel going is if I stopped the airsoft content and moved on to real gun content.
What?
In the eyes of the law, that is legal, but airsoft gun content would not be.
Oh, God.
So to be safer, I would have to buy real guns.
What about
and
video
make real
gaming?
gun video.
Could you make it look like a video game?
I don't know because they describe it as promoting violence between people. So is video games violence between people? I don't know. Could it be argued in court that airsoft videos are violence between people? Yeah. Could video games be argued that they're violence between people? Yeah. I mean, you don't. They're so vague that you can't disprove an argument.
Such a grey area, man. I
it's
mean,
so
judo in the
stupid.
Olympics. Is that going to be banned in Canada now? Because that's literally people going at it. Like,
And boxing is
the
part of
issue
the
all
Olympics.
stems.
yep.
Yeah, the issue all stems because the ban is just bans on scary looking things because it works off of does it look like a real gun. And once you start banning things because it looks scary, you get into a whole range of gray areas and pointless bureaucracy of, hey, is this illegal? Is this illegal? Oh, it looks scary and it could be considered promoting violence. So yeah, it's illegal. No, it's not illegal. It's dumb.
Oh.
Stay fresh, shoe.
Could we vote?
I
So I was
have
just going to
a-
say, could we vote Dayton
Yeah.
to be like mayor of Canada, and then he can just fix this problem?
Please, I would gladly take Justin Trudeau's position.
Let's do that. That's what we should be focusing on instead.
Okay, Ben. I have a list of questions here for you guys.
Go on. Sorry.
I would not make it about gun bans and stuff.
Yeah.
Stay fresh. You already have quite a lineup of our products, right? Like
I
replicas.
do. I could always have more though, but carry on. I do.
Okay. I'm sure there is a way. But can you tell me what is your most favorite one and for what reason? Like if you would have to only pick one, and that's all you got for the rest of your life.
So I essentially when I got my SSG96 first of all, and then I got the SSG10 shortly after that. But I ran the SSG96 on a weekend, and then it's been locked down ever since. So I've not been able to take everything out into a field as of yet. So from current gameplay usage, I'd say the SSG96. From my history of enjoying VSR type rifles, I would say the SSG10, and I've heard lots of really good things. But I must say, I'm excited in various ways to use the SSX303 because I've talked again in many videos about how I want to have like a reliable, decent DMR, and I feel like from having a bit of a play with it in here, it feels really nice, and it feels like there's potential there. I do want to get a ton of mags though. That's also been a conversation I've been having in the background. I want to get loads of mags, just so then I don't have to stop. I can just shoot everyone with love
Accuracy
when
through
I go
volume.
and play. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to just be like blah 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 blah. I still want to be careful, pick my shots and enjoy the feeling of overwhelming power that I have when I take people out of the game. But I don't know. It's such a tricky one. I'd use them all for different things. But I'd say potentially at the minute, it would be SSG10/303. But I want to skirmish it all and learn firsthand. And learn every single riff has a different personality. And you can't take a rifle and force it to play how you want it to play. You need to learn about it. You need to learn what music it likes, what films it likes, and then take it on those subsequent dates and treat it in the way it wants to be treated. Because I'd say, this SSG10 here, which you may not be able to see it, it's because there's a camo wrap on. But I'm actually holding a sniper rifle at the moment. It's the SSG10. And, this may really enjoy being like a super long boy flat trajectory rifle, or it may like to be more of a hoopy over the top. So if it was more flat trajectory, I'd go, I'd want to play with it in fields where, it's like forestry, not that many buildings. Whereas for the hoopy SSG96,
Man,
if I could be sneaky.
That's a really extensive answer. I wasn't expecting this to be honest. But sorry, but like Polina is already waving at me. We have the launch in 3 minutes exactly, and we are still not through everything. But really, thank you for the extensive answer.
This one. Go.
This one. Okay. So, house gamers, Dayton, what about you? Please try to make it one word.
Just tell us.
Just tell us.
SSX23. I haven't cleaned it. I haven't touched it. The mags I always leave full, and it still works. I can't be more impressed with the pistol. I like that one.
I don't have one of those.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe we have to fix that.
Just take it out of the 3.3. Now you have a 400 FPS.
Take it out of
SSX23.
Get a hacksaw. Cut the end off.
Well, you did say. Let me just put it over my knee.
Yeah, easy. It's that easy.
Okay, guys. So we are getting closer to the launch. Final words. Can you tell people who are watching our live stream where can they find you? Dayton, I would start with you. Just one sentence. Where can people find you? What you are doing? What you are all about?
If you want to check out my stuff, I make mediocre content from Canada involving airsoft guns. If you go to www.pewdiepie.com, you should find my YouTube channel. High quality content, and I appreciate everybody who can stop by and leave a dislike. Everybody, thank you very much.
What about you, Shu? Where can people find your stuff?
YouTube, Stay Fresh Shoe, all one word. It sounds weird, but it makes sense when you get to know me. Stay Fresh Shoe Airsoft. Click that. In any video as well, in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Join it. There's lots of people in there. They're all lovely, talking about airsoft all the time. And if you want any help or to make some airsoft friends, then you can do exactly that. So do that. Come and join us. Subscribe.
Guys, definitely do that. I enjoy both channels. These are really, really good content, entertaining, completely different.
We have the countdown.
We have countdown, guys. Don't go there. Don't check it now. Don't check it out now, because now we actually have the final launch. But definitely check those two guys out.
Dayton, let's do a collab as well.
I wanted to say especially,
when I'm able to travel,
there is no better or worse. It's just two completely different channels, I would say. Stay Fresh Shoe, really, PewDiePie of Airsoft, and Dayton. Come on, like. I still remember when you took the SSG10A3 and you were trying to dig something with the stock. It was like, who the heck
I'm gonna
is
break
these
that
ideas?
gun. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
Okay. I'm getting a sign that we have to cut this. We have to cut this, man.
Yes, thanks for joining.
Unfortunately.
Thank you for having us.
And go watch the video. Go check it out. We are now transferring. Now we go transfer to the actual launch video. So let's make it happen.
Okay, let's make it happen. Good. Are we supposed to talk now?
I know you love lightweight, compact, and functional sniper rifles. Well, we do as well. This is why we partnered up with Maple Leaf to create exactly that, the SSG10A3.
Press F.
The SSG10A3 uses the exceptional upper receiver of the SSG10A2, a proven system that's extremely functional, extremely durable, and extremely precise. You know all the details, so we're gonna talk about it later again, but now let's focus about the stock. The stock is designed and manufactured by Maple Leaf, and here they really try to create something outstanding, something extremely functional that's made for the player who wants to be fast, who wants a minimal, lightweight, but highly functional sniper rifle. Let's go through the details. First of all, the SSG10A3 stock comes with a folding mechanism here in the back, which makes the gun extremely compact. Also, this folding stock is not like the folding stocks that you might know in Airsoft, where if you unfold them, they wobble around. Not at all. This is rock solid, it's all tensioned, there's very nice tolerance on it. And also when you fold it, it locks in place and it doesn't wobble around. Extremely easy and convenient to use, great for transport, but also during gameplay. It can be very handy when you sling your gun, that you just fold it to have it more compact. In the back you have a rubberized backplate and also a length to pull adjustment by adding here more spacers. The cheek rest is also adjustable in height here with the screw, but also you can define where it exactly sits on the stock. So no matter which mask you're using, no matter how long your arms are, you're always gonna find the perfect position that when you lean into your scope, you're already perfectly aligned. What I personally love about this stock, and that I know you guys will love as well, is the extreme lightweightness of this rifle. This is, it's amazing. When you hold it in your hands, man, you can run with this for hours. It's no problem whatsoever. So a lightweight rifle, this compact and this minimal, is just amazing to play with. But also you don't have to worry about durability. The material used is a fiber reinforced nylon, so even though it's skeletonized, minimal and extremely lightweight, it is very sturdy and you don't have to worry about anything breaking. The SSG10A3 stock features 4 QD sling mount points right here in the back too, and also 2 here right in front. It is very convenient to run this gun in a 1-point sling configuration by just locking it in here, but you can also run it in a 2-point configuration by using the one in front. Right here you can also see 2 Picatinny rails. These can be used for mounting bipods, but also for handguard extensions, which can be purchased in the future once they're on the market. Here on top you can also see the mounting points for front rail sections. So this is, you know, for looks obviously, but also if you want to run a night vision in front of your scope, if you have something like this, you will be also able to add this here as well. The grip of the SSG10A3 is GBBR or real steel spec, so you can put grips on there and make it your own. These were the most important features of the SSG10A3 stock. I think it's an amazing system and Maple Leaf really went here all out to make it unique. I personally believe it combines the advantages of the SSG10A1 and the SSG10A2, with the A1 being extremely lightweight and minimal, and with the A2 having all of the features that you know. Now let's talk about the upper receiver of the SSG10A3. As mentioned before, we have here the SSG10A2 upper receiver. So extremely durable, we have a full CNC steel trigger, we have a stainless steel cylinder set, we have 100% air seal on these guns, which I can show you right here on this one. Just drag it, put your finger there, and there we go. 100% air seal on these ones. When it comes to the accuracy internals of this gun, you guys know the drill. It is a CNC finished chamber that is designed around heavy BBs. So we have a flat pressure arm. We also have a Maple Leaf hopper bucking, the Autobot 60 degree. Then we have a 6.01 inner barrel. So really here again, we check all the boxes. But you guys already know the SSG10 receiver. It is proven, it's been in the market, people are loving it. And this is no exception here with the SSG10A3. What's new, however, with this launch is that you can now get the SSG10A3 already out of box with the short outer barrel, that's right here. But you can also get it with the long outer barrel, which is gonna make it look just like that. So here it's your call, you can choose either the short one or the long one, and you don't have to rebuild the gun. Because this is the SSG10 system and we really trust into the design decisions and also the material choices, we're giving a 25-year free spare parts warranty with the SSG10A3, just like with the A1 and also the A2. So if ever anything breaks on this rifle, you can be for sure that for the next 25 years, you're gonna get the spare part for free. So that is the SSG10A3 internals. You guys know it's amazing, it's extremely powerful and reliable. It can take an M220 spring, which can lead up to 5 joules. So this is the kind of gun where you just take it to the field, you don't have to worry about it breaking, it's gonna perform amazing, and you're gonna have a great time with it. So what's included with the SSG10A3? First of all, you will get a hard shell gun case, just with all the other SSG10s. Then also you will receive this amazing rifle here with the cutout rail and also the grip. But when it comes to the grip, you can already choose while you're buying the rifle whatever you want. There's many grips available, just choose it and you're gonna get the rifle with this grip. And you can just put it on there with the included Allen key. Also, we have the barrel cleaning rod included. Of course, this one cannot be missing with your sniper rifle, and of course also a manual with a link to the Novice Academy, where there's lots of different videos on how to maintain this rifle, how to take it apart, how to make the best out of the stock, how to set it up, how to change lengths to pull, and all that is of course covered. Now there's bad news and there's also good news. Because the SSG10A3 stock is absolutely new and it's being produced right now, we only have a very limited quantity in the warehouse, which means that right now it's only sold as a full rifle and you cannot get the stock separately. The stock is also going to be available separately later this year. Now the good news. As a full rifle, the SSG10A3 is in stock and available right now in both the European warehouse and also the US warehouse. So if you've always been looking for this, man, just absolute stunning looking rifle with all those different cool features in a lightweight package with the folding stock, I mean, how can you say no to this? This is so far my favorite sniper rifle that we've released. It's compact, lightweight, I have the folding stock, it looks amazing, tons of features. I mean, I think you guys can see how excited I am about this product. I know you're gonna love it. I really fell in love with it. And yeah, go get it fast. I think they're gonna fly off the shelf because this is a great product, you know, very unique in the market. So go head over to norwich.com and check out the SSG10A3. All right.
We should be back, right?
Are we back, Daniel?
Yeah.
Can people hear us?
Woo! Woo! Okay, that was
All right.
faster than I would expect. I'm not good at this, so bear with me. So we saw the launch video.
Yes. How do you guys like it? Let us know in the comments. How did everything work out?
Does this look?
We have to choose first. I'm a bit all over the place.
That's
Cheers.
probably the biggest fail of
That's
today.
the biggest win. Daniel, are we live? I see you moving stuff on the screen.
No, we're live.
We're live. Okay, all right. So
Okay,
cheers,
perfect.
everyone.
Can we see ourselves on the screen hopefully soon, so we know what's happening? Okay,
This was
let's
the
have a rundown on
of
live.
the SSG10A3. I would like to give a
Can I get
quick
the other one?
impression of how I liked. The other one is here.
Oh, it's here. Okay, just give it to me.
Yes. This is right now Joseph's setup. Joseph was playing with this last weekend. We're actually gonna have a gameplay about this very soon. But yeah, in general, this is really a nice, lightweight and compact package, and it's really made for the player. I mean, I talked about everything just in the product video, but I really fell in love with it, and I think you did as well. Maybe you can give us your impressions, Joseph, with your gun, of
Okay,
course.
I'm gonna start at the very beginning. When I first saw this, I'm like, that's ugly. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. But the more I handled it, the more I used it, you know, it all makes sense. I cannot argue with that. And if something makes sense, I start liking it visually as well. And that's exactly what happened. And I'm very happy. I played with it and I do like it.
It's
like-
functional beauty.
You know, the biggest feature for me, I mean, the upper is the SSG10. It's accurate, it's durable, it's fine. But the biggest new thing is actually for me the foldable stock, because you know, if you go to a game with friends in one car, small car, Volkswagen Polo or something,
Yeah.
you ran out of space really quickly. And this, like backpack size,
This is backpack
almost
size, yeah.
backpack size. A piece of it will be sticking out, most likely in most backpacks. But that's what I like. And second biggest thing, what I like is that the LPVO 1 to 4 times variable does fit this rifle visually. It
Yeah.
does look great with optic that makes the most sense to me, because in Airsoft, having 9 times magnification, nah, I don't use it. I never use it.
If it's foggy and you want to see the BB and you just can't track it, I think it can be useful. But mostly 1 to 4, 95% of the cases, it's absolutely fine now.
When I was playing the last time, I had it set to 2. That was my preferred settings for a forest, not for urban area, anything like that. For forest, I prefer number 2. If I need to, if I really want a precise shot, like a headshot or something, I can crank it up to 4. But 2 is more than enough for me. And if I really need like an overview, like a red dot type of thing, I just put it on 1 and I can easily bring it up and I can see everything. So I like that.
What I just really enjoy about this is that it has all the customization if you want it, but if you don't want it, it's not not too big, not too heavy. And I think this is where airsoft in general should move as a whole. Like going away from, it should be heavy and steel and realistic to actually go to functional. Yeah? And just a rifle that's designed for airsoft and that's functional. This is exactly that. And also there's, small details about this stock here made by Maple Leaf, which is, it doesn't wobble, right? You have seen folding stocks in airsoft and you might be worried about, it's a folding stock, it's gonna wobble in all directions. It doesn't wobble at all. Like this is like one piece literally, and we've been smashing this around. It just does not wobble.
I'm gonna try to do it with the microphone here. If I push this button, you can hear it click.
Yeah, it's really under tension.
It's really.
It's so nice.
So this is like one of the most solid, like folding mechanisms.
I think for this size and weight, it's the most solid one I've seen.
And the
so far.
best part is it's modular. So even if you fall on it and you really break it, this is one piece in the middle. That's one piece. This is one piece, and this is the rest. So even if you do break it, you can always replace, the middle part.
We will have replacement parts for the stock, of course, just like everything. They're not in the spare part section yet, but we will add them. We didn't manage to break it yet, but we know, man, people broke the SSG10A3. Yeah, I have no idea how they did that because it's such a solid rifle. So yeah, spare parts will be there.
Yeah, grips. Should we talk about my issue with finger grooves? I don't like finger grooves. You get exchangeable grips. I really enjoy that. It's the right angle, no finger grooves. That's perfect. And magazine holder. It really fits the rifle.
Yeah, it does give you a clean transition from the trigger guard to the actual stock of the rifle.
Magazine. Bam.
Boom, right in there.
Right there. Or in our case, power bank. I managed to fit a power bank inside, so it makes it easier to record stuff while the gun still looks pretty. Because usually you have like a huge power bank on the side. And yeah.
What you might be asking is, and you will be asking that, why is there a Picatinny rail right in front there? Does this even make sense? And what's these for holes here? You will find it on the product page, but just a quick rundown. Maple Leaf, who made this stock, has lots of accessories in the plans, and we're going to offer them at knowledge.com, which is handguard extensions. So, if you say, okay, you want to C-clamp your gun like this, and you want M-lock handguard around the barrel and all that, this is going to be available in the future. Also here, those for mounting points, there will be those, night vision, Picatinny mount style of things like the M40A3, M40A5 actually. This stuff is going to be available. So it's not done with this yet. Everything that you can find at knowledge.com is just the beginning of this SSG10A3 modular system, but there's lots of stuff that's going to come that's going to make this platform even more attractive than it already is. Also, all accessories fit, left-hand conversion kit. We have split bipods, which is this one right here. Here we have also a muzzle on it to make it look as epic as possible. If you say, I don't want a lightweight gun, but I want it to look futuristic, you can always put a muzzle on there.
Why would you say I don't want a lightweight gun? I think
you will be surprised. Some people actually liked it.
True, I've seen this split bipod on SSX303 on Facebook.
Yeah, I was puzzled, but people like it.
It does look cool, I give you that, but why would you do it? Yeah. If you have it on the shelf, you cannot play for months. Yes, by all means. I also have bipods in my home because I want to display the stuff. But for playing, adds weight and kind of can you use it? Maybe a little bit. But anyways, now you have the choice. That's the best part. You have a choice. This, or you can go crazy. We are not judging. We are not judging. If you want to this, we are not judging. Okay, you can do that now.
Also, the colored bolt handle is, while it looks a bit weird on an SSG-A1 because it's a hunting style rifle, why would you have speed, soft looking stuff on there? Here it absolutely fits. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah. It's kind of like your touch. It's your personal touch. I like gold. That's why I put it there. It's just gold, and I do like it. And why not, right?
And if you guys liked it, we can start offering auto barrels in gold and everything that's aluminium. We anodize it in gold, and we make it look just like that, so it's gonna fit.
And what is the price of it?
The price.
What's actually the price of it?
Did we cover it in the video?
No, we didn't. It's Man, don't make me nail me down on it. I think it's 479. I think it's
It's
479.
479. Yes.
It's a bit more expensive than the A2. The A2 is currently 449. But yeah, this rifle is a bit more expensive because you do get a grip together with it, you know, which is also separately, but it's already included. So is it 479?
479.
479.
Yes.
There we go. You can find it on the shop. It's 479. I think it's a great deal. If you want this kind of stock, yeah, there's different ones available, but they're usually full CNC aluminum, which make them heavy and they are expensive. Like full CNC stocks cost up to 500 euros just for the stock. Here you get the entire rifle for less than that.
Yes, and I just confirmed you can already find it on our website. Our
Yes.
tech department is working hard, but it is there. So
There we go.
there you have it. You have all the features, you have everything on there, so you cannot leave this live stream yet.
Yes.
We are not done yet. We still have Silo and
Silo.
Sniper Buddy Fabi coming
They're
up.
joining in 2 minutes.
2 minutes! Man, we
Already?
need to get your headphones, or my headphones.
I have my headphones.
You have your headphones.
Yes.
Okay, I
Um,
got tangled up in cables a little bit.
Yeah?
Okay, all good.
Good. So we did show this gun to Salo before because we were so excited about it. So he already knew about it, I think, a week before the launch. So we're excited to hear his opinion. Fabi will also join, and he has seen it for the first time, I believe. So let's see what he has to say.
Actually, not for the first time because I kind of screwed up in the stories.
Oh yeah.
So I did. So we were on a field and we were shooting pictures, right? And then I saw this Amber. Chris was behind a log and it was really like camouflaging really well. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a story, right? So I made a story, but I didn't realize he's holding this rifle right there, this replica. And it went public and it was there for like the whole day.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Joseph. We were hiding it for half a year.
Yeah.
Well, it happens. Yeah.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, why not? It's
Good, yeah. Good. So, can we join
30
the...
seconds.
Not there now.
Not there yet.
Not
Okay,
there
well,
yet.
we can continue talking about what we like about this gun.
exactly. What do you prefer? Big one or more like my style?
I would have said, like, if I just sit in the office and I look at it, I say this one. But I did play this weekend with the rifle scope, and I know you disagree, but like the 9x magnification, sometimes I think it's useful.
Not for me.
Also, I'm used to the scope. Like, I'm used to everything about it, the way I operate it, the way I zoom, the eye relief, like how I have to lean into it, the crosshairs. I know this scope so well because I've been using it for such a long time. So maybe I have to get used to the low power a little more. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
You should. It's a
But
good scope.
setup wise, the suppressor, you do have to say that with the short barrel, it is louder. Yeah, there's more
It
air
is.
volume, yeah, and you can hear the crack. On this one, it's a lot more.
When we were
quiet.
playing, I was surprised how different it sounds. It makes it sound way nicer, I would say.
Yeah.
Way more like boom,
Boom,
like this type of thing. Like how do you?
yeah, it's cool.
It's just different. It's just I like that. However, I'm not the ghillie type of guy, so this is perfect for me. I don't want to put the suppressor on there. Makes it a little bit more front heavy.
Longer. as
Longer,
well.
yeah, exactly. But if I would play like the sneaky type of guy, I would probably definitely put it there.
Short barrel.
It makes sense if you try to be as incognito as possible.
Yeah.
Definitely. Why not?
There was also one interesting aspect about this rifle, which I would have never thought that it's going to be handy, but on the last game, I had the situation twice where I wanted to shoot a guy, and
So
I had the suppressor on.
they're now in.
Then let me still finish this. I actually had to fold the stock because I couldn't otherwise get around the corner, so I actually shot the rifle like this.
Wow.
Actually, we have some guys asking if we can use it folded in.
Yeah.
You can, I mean, right now
Actually,
this
you did.
So this is a right hand folding right now, which blocks the bolt handle, but you can
I
actually
do-
turn this mechanism to the other way, like
I do
Joseph.
have it like that, and we have no magazine, and I can. It's really hard to. Should I like? I can rack the bolt. If I'm in a weird position, I can definitely do that.
So now it folds the right way. What
Would you do that? Maybe.
What? We have somebody
Oh, yeah.
talking. We have somebody talking already. So yes, it is usable. It is usable like this if you are
Maybe
in
you
a
can
really
fold it
tight
both
space.
sides. Oh, there's two hinges. One for left, one for right.
Ready, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you can't. Ah, okay.
We are ready
So-
for the talking.
Silo, I believe.
Hello.
Hey man. Hi guys, now we can see you too. All good, you know, we are just casually launching a new product, I guess.
Okay, so
I like
you
your guys.
might
I
have
like
some
your guys' outfits. Oh, you both have a cap and you both have a hoodie, and you both have
Hey, you know
guns in the
what?
background.
Yeah, because, because of the lockdown, my hair is so long. I cannot show it on live TV.
Can you read it? There's a mirror.
Clickbait.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Nice.
So, guys, you've seen it. You've seen it happen. Like, what do you think? Give us your opinions. Maybe Silo, let's start with you.
Yeah, because I know, Sal, that you like lightweight, compact sniper rifles. So I'm really curious to know, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks really cool. Just having a lightweight gun just really helps you on the field. Like if you're carrying around your gun all day, like 2 kilos, 3 kilos, 4 kilos, doesn't seem to matter that much, but it matters a lot. It really matters. At the end of your day, like people come off the field and they're like, "Oh my God, this shit's getting so heavy." So
Yeah.
it does really matter for just being able to keep running all day, and that's very important, I think. Some people might just want to lay in a bush and that's it, you know. But if that's your play style, then a lightweight gun is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, I think especially for your playstyle, like when we see, you sometimes show the start of the game actually, and you're always the guy at the very front where I go like, how the fuck do you even do that? Because if it's like 100 people, it's not easy to be first actually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think it's just like the if you look at my videos, just to give an example, like a lot of these like crazy kills that I get, like 5 in a row or something, are usually at the start of the game, because that's when everybody runs to a certain point in the field, and if you beat them there first, like the chance that they're going to be like ready for you is going to be very low. So then you can just blast them all down, and then again, like if you have a really lightweight rifle to carry around, like lightweight gear, that really helps you actually get there. Just as a example, just try to put on all your gear, start going for like a run for a little bit, and then just take all your gear off and see how much it actually matters. Like you don't really realize it while having your gear on, that it like really slows you down, but it slows you down massively.
Did you do that? Like put on all your gear and you actually went for a run?
No, it's
Like an actual run.
Every weekend, right?
I always do my 6 kilometers in Airsoft gear.
What about you, Fabi? Tell us your opinion. Would you go for the big one or for the golden one?
The minimal one.
Actually, I think the short one looks a lot cooler.
Yeah.
But for video purpose, I think the longer one is the go-to for me.
It probably
Like,
draws more attention.
Having the selfie cam a lot more in front is just better, I
It looks
think.
weirder. It looks weirder.
Yeah.
For the
So
audience.
for the footage, the longer one is going to be.
Yeah.
Do you want one?
Yeah, of course.
Happy to hear that, man.
But what do you think about like functionality? Do you think the folding stock is cool or the QD is cool, or do you say, man, if it shoots great, I don't care how the stock looks? Which type of player are you here?
I mean, you know me. I like fancy things. So
So the golden bolt handle is a must.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of
What-
course.
What about you, Silo? Do you think it makes sense, or would you be like, I don't really care as long as it shoots good?
A golden bolt handle, definitely no.
I say the same. I would never run the golden bolt handle.
Folding stock, definitely, it makes sense if you're just like, for example, I have like this really long ass gear bag right underneath. It's actually a camera bag, so it's meant for big camera tripods.
Yeah.
And I measured it out; it fits exactly on the SSG10A3. That's when I bought it. And like a standard gear bag is much shorter. So if you're able to fold it and you're able to put it in like a standard gear bag that an actual M4 fits in as well. So
This does fit. We tried that.
Yeah.
It does fit in.
The gear bag that we're offering, which is like a very standard sized one, you fold it, you put it in the. You have to put it diagonal, yeah, to be fair, but it fits.
What about long and short
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a lot more handy if you're going to actually go to a field. Other than that, on the field, it obviously has no real benefit to have it folded, but it's cool. Yeah.
Silo, recently you made a ton of crazy videos with crazy inventions like the drone,
the mine on the
Yeah.
RC car. I mean, where do we even start? And then 4 and AR-15
Like-
upside down on a RC car.
For all the people watching, like you have to check these videos out. It's something really ridiculous, cool, weird, and funny. And I don't even know how you come up with these ideas. But what I'm really interested is like how much time do you spend
Yes.
on making
I wanna
these
know
things?
that.
I want to know.
Yeah, some of them take a long time. It's a couple of weeks definitely just to get everything right. I 3D print all the components just to make everything work. So like putting an M4 upside down on an RC car, you need servos, you need receivers, you need it all connected to one controller, and you have to like test out what's actually the right setting for these controllers because everything is custom. So it takes a lot of testing, and there's actually the crazy thing is like you think that all these things are really good in the game, but they're really awful. They're so hard to get kills with, and when I brought these out to the field, they're always like, oh my god, like it's gonna be so unfair, and it's not. It's really not. It's not really not unfair.
I did
Like,
actually
just
think
imagine,
they're
like-
effective, yeah. Like the video
Yeah,
gives you
just
the
imagine,
idea
like,
that it's
the,
effective,
There's like this little camera on the side of the gun, and that's what you're looking out of, and that's a really wide angle camera, right? And then you have to look at this like through this little screen. It's right in front of your eyes. You cannot see anything. Like it has to be 10 meters in front of you, otherwise you cannot see it. Like obviously they hear like an RC car barreling towards them. So it's that one is actually it was quite kind of difficult. The drone was really effective, I must say. And for version 2, if I ever do it again, I will make some changes to make it even better. But I doubt I'll be able to do it again. Like yeah, it's
The real question is how much time can you at least like estimate?
hours. Like
Hours.
Give us the hours. How many hours for a drone
hours
that
actually
has an AP
building it?
strap to it? Yeah.
yeah, the hours
T-Rain.
actually. It's hard to say the hours, but like I don't know, the drone took me I think 2 weeks total to build. The flying drone, and then the RC car took me about a month or 2 to build.
Wow.
Something like this. Actual hours spent. I mean, it's a lot of you design these things on like a 3D design program, and then you print it out, and then you have to wait till it prints done, etc. So I mean, the actual hours that the thing is that actually building it, I don't know, 8 hours, I guess.
8 hours only?
I mean, if you're actually counting the build time, right? Because if you, I'm not counting the 3D printing time or all this
But
shit.
3D design
Just
time, like actual time consumed of your, let's call it free time. That's
really
gotta
hard
be more
to
than 8
say.
hours.
Yeah, probably more. If you're counting design and testing and all that stuff, maybe 15, 20 hours, something like this.
That's not too bad though. I thought it's gonna be more, to be honest. For these like crazy things that like you are flying with a replica on it and things like that. I thought it's gonna be more.
Yeah, I mean, like all the parts that I use are RC parts. They're readily available, and you just slap them all on a single platform and 3D print something around it, and then it works. There's not much else to it actually. And prototyping something is very fast, and usually you get where you want to go, but then you have one. Like the real if you actually want to turn some things into a product, that's the real challenge of like producing it, mass producing.
Yeah,
Prototyping.
imagine you have to mass produce an AP drone. Good luck with that. You're gonna get all of them broken back like in a day because people.
Yeah. We actually broke it. Like I think I showed it in the video as well. So this drone on one of the takeoffs, because we hand launch it, right? Like somebody, my girlfriend had it in her hand, like the pistol hanging under the drone, and you just let go after I just floored the throttle, right? So it flew out of her hand, but one time it actually just flew right into the branch right above us, and then smacked down on the floor. And of course, the 3D print was then was broken. So I had to get it back up there where we're actually sitting, duct tape it back together, and then send it back up in the air again.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, there's
It's
a lot.
interesting.
There's a lot going on behind those videos in social media. Which brings me to you, Fabi. Man, you've been grinding social media down lately. Man, what's happening? Did you like buy a coffee? Did you buy 3 coffee machines or?
No. Yeah, I was quite a bit away from like first like after the SSG10 launch. We got the first lockdown pretty fast
Yeah.
after that, and like in summer everything opened up again, and I wanted to play again, and even Silo came to Austria, and we wanted to have a nice game, and this day was just the shit, like
Yeah.
for real. We played half an hour, everything was shit, and then we went home, and I took my stuff, threw it in the corner, and I was like, I'm going to stop Airsoft. I will never play Airsoft again.
Doesn't seem like that with all the replicas in the background, man.
Yeah, but lately I'm like, I'm not letting stupid people destroy the fun for me. So
It does happen. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, sometimes you just get into situations where you just get fuck this. Yeah, but the good situations just outweighed it like a lot, in my opinion.
If you have a bad day, yeah, it's a bad day, but it's nowhere near on the scale. Like if you have a good day, it outweighs it like by a ton, I would say.
yeah,
Like just
it was
being
crazy.
out,
I mean,
having fun, and
yeah,
don't stop. Come on.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it was just a stupid situation, or yeah.
but it's
stupid
not
guy.
just not just that you said, okay, I'm gonna play Airsoft again. It's more like I go on your Insta. So I go through my Instagram stories and I go like, okay, two stories, like boom, there's like this Fabi massive stream of like 52 stories that I need like a minute to click through. So
Yeah, I mean,
where is
I'm
this
in
coming from,
lockdown.
this motivation?
I'm at home. I have a lot of time to do. I mean, obviously I
Stories.
can't play, but I can do all kinds around. Like, yeah, I'm preparing all my stuff again for gaming. I do everything else around what I can do except gameplays.
That was actually the next question. Like, if you are not able to play, like, how do you spend your time? I mean, Fabi, you already kind of answered it. But what about you, Silo? What are you doing all day long?
Well, mainly the most amount of time that I actually spend is just playing video games right now. It's literally everything is closed. You cannot go anywhere. At the moment, even my car is in the shop, so I literally just, this is my prison. This is what I do. And yeah, I'm other than that, actually, I'm making like a whole bunch of different new projects. So there's a whole pile of what do you see in there? Like I won't show it too much. Just a lot of that stuff will still be showed on the channel one day once this whole lockdown shit ends. But making new stuff, making new videos happen, like preparing for new videos.
Can you tell us like what's coming up? We saw that like you're making stocks, you're making all kinds of stuff, and we saw like the SSG50 stocks. Man, people love it. It seems to be a really cool thing. Yeah. Can you tell us more about where you're heading with the shop? What you're planning? What's going on right now?
I mean, the shop is mainly just things that I really like. It's but like the main focus is definitely still just YouTube, making cool videos, having fun. I like literally, for example, this stock that Christoph was talking about is the SSG50 stock. It's a 3D printed stock. I use it myself just because I wanted an AX50, so I put an SSG10 inside my stock. That's it. Like there's not much else to it actually. But yeah, I like making stuff that's unique.
So you basically make it for yourself, and you say, that's cool. I'm just gonna put it on the Silo shop.
Yeah, basically. I mean, there's a lot of like newer guns that are not necessarily too popular yet because of most of the models that you see in Airsoft are actually really popular in gaming, right? Like the L96, for example, the AUG. It's really popular. It's been popular since 1999.
Come on.
Yeah, it's been popular since 1995, and people know about like the actual existence of these firearms because of games, right? Yeah. So there's newer guns coming out in games that are now coming to light, and like AX50 is one of them. It's a real gun made by Accuracy International.
Salo, before I continue, we got taken down from YouTube because we used the G word. So let's use replica, please.
Oh, is it because of that?
Blast. You can say blaster or replica, but
Airsoft
let's not
blaster.
use the G word. Okay, the G word is from now on forbidden.
Yeah, I think live streams are very sensitive when you talk about these things because it's pretty much live, almost like real time.
So they have
It's
to
not
take it
real
down
time,
fast,
but there is like an algorithm checking, you know, what you're doing, and if they see this on the table, then you say the G word, and then you say, you know, I'm gonna
Shoot.
no, you don't say that thing.
We
You know?
just blast.
It's
yeah,
just
we blast with replicas.
I can imagine for the algorithm it's really confusing to and you know since stuff happened on YouTube live, I think it's very sensitive to these things. So we have to kind of keep that in mind. It's toys, but you know the algorithm just doesn't know that. So, but anyways, I got actually interested. You mentioned that you are playing games. What are you playing? Because sometimes I'm also playing games. I kind of want to know what's the new thing that's cool.
Right now, a lot of Call of Duty, Black Ops, and Modern Warfare, like Warzone, stuff like that. Like everybody's playing Warzone at the moment. It's it's the closest you can get to Airsoft right now, basically.
Ah, okay. what about you, Fabi? Are you also playing like games now?
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot with Silo. Mostly,
Sorry, what
most
was
of the
that?
time.
He plays a lot with
I said I played
Oh,
most of
with
the time
Silo,
with Silo, so also Warzone, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Do you use
Okay,
your
both.
public name there, or do you have like a different nickname so that nobody recognizes you?
Usually I use a different one, yeah.
Silo, what about you?
Yeah, I'm just called Silo usually online, but like if I use like a full Silo Entertainment and even the logo, then I get recognized a lot. I don't want to be recognized. That's the thing.
But it
Because
doesn't
they're
happen
gonna-
too often, actually.
They're gonna go around you and then yell stupid shit, and then it's not fun.
Ah,
As far
okay.
as I can remember, since we played,
That's kind of funny for a little bit.
times, I think. So
Okay, I can understand that. Yeah,
So what's all those guns in the background, Fabi? Give us a rundown. I see lots of cool shit there.
Oh, that's the G word. No.
Oh, lots of
Huh?
lots of toy blasters.
Round up.
we got a replica of a 6-shell grenade launcher. I think everybody knows that gun.
I've seen that toy video that you made.
Yeah. Then the next toy is an ICS DMR. Then the white one is my old Maruzen L96.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot of Norwich products there. We have the SSG24, SSG10A1, SSX303, and the SSG10 in the Silo SSG50
yeah.
stock. And
Man,
this
I'm
little thing,
curious.
I don't know if you can see it. It's
I
a
see it.
3D printed blunderbuss. So basically a pirate gun that shoots grenade shells.
Yeah. Paulina is pointing at us. I think. What about the schedule,
Sorry
Paulina?
guys, you're amazing, but let's keep up with the questions.
Do we have questions? We have questions from
so,
people, right?
So many.
But no.
People
Let's
say-
end this properly. We still have 1 minute. Guys, tell people who are watching the live stream where to find you. Just what do you do, and yeah.
Your stuff, your shop, your content. Where can people find you? Silo, you can start.
Find me on YouTube, Silo, Silo, and then
I mean,
Airsoft.
Is there somebody who doesn't know Silo? Maybe this probably not.
I know him.
No, who doesn't know? Who
For
doesn't
sure,
know?
for sure.
What did I say? Who doesn't know Silo?
I think everyone does by now.
Probably everyone who's watching this live stream knows.
Probably not more than we are known at this point. Yeah. I mean, you are killing it on YouTube. Okay, what about you, Fabi? Where can
Yeah,
people
same.
find
You
your
can
stuff?
find me on YouTube, Instagram at Sniper Buddy Fabi.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's mostly Airsoft gameplays. Lately, more reviews and all this kinds of stuff. But yeah, we're getting back to the gameplay soon, hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Seems like that. I hope it will happen.
Good. All right. Thanks for joining, guys. And we will continue with the question and answer. So also, if you two have some questions, just type them into the comments. And
No, you can ask. You can ask. Do you have any questions which we could answer?
About the A3?
Yeah.
If I come up with some questions, I'll let you know.
okay.
Actually,
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you think the SG10 is like the top of the ceiling now? Is there anything you can improve on Airsoft sniper rifles?
Good question, yeah.
I think you can add features. I think you can add features. Yeah, you can do those small details like on the SG96 firing pin indicator. Do you need it? Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, it's cool, but I think when it comes to durability and performance, I mean it seals. It has a good hop up. Maybe it reached the top of what a 6mm BB can do. But we'll see. We keep innovating. Let's make something better.
To like do something to change it again, like the full thrust.
Well, we're working on an SSG10 full thrust kit, and it's a full CNC chamber. Man, it has a stainless steel 10mm auto diameter barrel. It's pre-R hopped. It's gonna be an amazing product. Just wait for it. It shoots amazing. Yeah. Okay, we have to stick to the schedule. Thanks for joining, guys.
Thank you very much, guys.
Don't say the G word. No.
Here is a saying that it reminds them of Remington MSR. All the SSG.
Oh, MSR, yes.
No, this is not a Remington MSR.
So
Come
what?
on. Okay, Remington MSR. A little bit of history of Remington MSR. Based on a Remington M700 upper receiver, which is also a VS10 upper receiver, so that's why maybe people are confused. But it looks quite different. Like an MSR has.
It's different.
It
looks
like
very
the
different.
entire rail goes actually around the outer barrel.
You
Like,
have,
like when you show me this one.
Can you actually do the whole rundown?
The whole rundown why it's different.
Yeah, like tell us about every screw.
The stock has. Man, you have to show me a picture of it. I haven't seen it in a while. The stock, it's heavy. The MSR is an absolute heavy gun. Yeah. When you hold it in your hands, you see it.
It's a replica as well. Okay?
It's a replica. So when you see it, you think that's an amazing looking gun. Then you hold it in your hands and you realize
it's a replica.
it's a replica. Okay, you see it from afar and you think that's an amazing looking replica. Then you lift it and you just go like.
It's full steel. It's like.
No steel. It's aluminium. It's full aluminium.
Okay, but it goes all around the barrel, and it's really.
And the entire stock is made of aluminium. Yeah, it's a zinc alloy. It's bloody heavy, and when people play with it, they say, it's a great looking gun, but I'm not gonna play with it anymore. It's like a Barrett, yeah. You just don't use it for playing. It's made for long range sniping in real steel. So you put it on a bipod and just light it for hours. It's not a speed sniper rifle.
In my opinion, it looks completely different, but you can always argue that all replicas kind of look the same.
Yeah,
it's true. Like you have a stock, you have a grip, you have the body, you have the barrel, you have the scope on it. I mean, in this sense, it kind of, I guess, looks the same, but it looks completely different.
Yeah. So a couple bullet points. This replica weighs, I think, twice as much as this one. Then the rail goes around the outer barrel, while we just have it below it. Because honestly, do you need the rail space above the barrel?
I mean, you
Really.
can do it, but
You can add it, yeah, but it's not really needed. And the stock adjustability on the MSR is way more massive. Yeah, it's made to really take a lot of recoil, while this one is just made minimal because in Airsoft.
join us.
Hello guys.
Hey Claudia, what's going on?
Hey there.
Well, while you guys are talking, I'm taking care of our customers.
Yeah.
And I'm actually trying to answer all their questions.
Mm-hmm.
And one question which came up quite a lot is the SSG10 General Upper actually compatible with the stock?
The SSG10.
Upper.
Yes,
everything is the same. The upper is always the same. By the way, what we are doing, so we have a live chat on our page, and now we want to kind of get the most asked questions, the frequently asked questions, and just clarify them within hopefully 5 minutes. So that's why Claudia joined from the CR, taking care of all this, and now we can answer them. So, okay, that's
to answer it quickly. The upper receiver inside this stock is the SSG10A3 upper receiver. So, with the same bolt handle right here, which means that it's compatible. Like you could literally get this gun and get an A1 stock or an A2 stock. Replica, and you could convert it, yeah? You could convert it easily. Actually, this stock also comes with all the tools needed that you can convert your A2 or your A1 into this product right here. That being said, the quantities and the manufacturing capabilities of Maple Leaf are limited, which means that right now the stock is not available separately. But later this year, we're gonna have it as well, if that answers your question.
So Grant, I hope this answers your question, because we were just talking about it. Then I have another one because there's a little bit of confusion because the short outer barrels are currently not in stock.
Short outer barrels. Yes.
The thing is that the short outer barrels are in production, but it's gonna take up to 4 months until they are in stock. So at this launch, the long barrel is available, which, you know, to be fair, the long barrel gives you more power efficiency, so it's a good thing. It's also a bit more quiet than the short one. If you like the looks of the short one, you can get the short outer barrel. I think the short inner barrels are right now out of stock, but it's a we use a 10 standard inner barrel, so you can get a 303mm inner barrel somewhere else if you want to. Or you can also just have the inner barrel extend into the suppressor, which goes up until here. But yeah, the short barrel version is not in stock at the launch. We only have the long ones right now.
Awesome. Then I have a few more words about logistics, because many of you already ordered the SSG10A3 and now you're wondering, okay, what's going on? What's the next steps? So if you didn't buy it yet at norwich.com, you will receive an email regarding age verification, because of course we want to stick to all laws. So we will just check real quick if you're actually 18 years old. And then you will get a verification confirmation most probably tomorrow morning. And next step will already be shipping out your rifles. It depends how many orders we're getting, but hopefully we can ship out everything still this week. And then the next step will just be enjoying your rifle and go to play. And saying that, I would have to go now because I'm going back to the live chat to answer all your questions.
Yes, if you have questions, you can also ask them on the live chat, you know. Just go norwich.com, there's a little window at the bottom. Claudia and Claudia's team will answer all your stuff.
So, see you in the chat. Bye, guys.
So yeah, thank you. And let's talk
Keeping up with
later.
questions. Is there a left-handed version?
Left-handed version. There is no left-handed version, but there is a left-hand conversion kit which is compatible with the SSG10A3, just like the SSG10A1 and A2. So if you are a lefty, we take care of you. You can get the conversion kit and you don't need to learn anything. And that's the nice thing about this replica as well. It's pretty much fully ambidextrous.
100%.
100%. Like if you convert it to the left side, QDs here, stock is reversible. You can fold it to both sides. Everything is the same.
Ambidextrous, yeah?
It's fully
Except
ambidextrous.
the hop-up adjuster, but you can just
Yeah,
grab
hop-up
around
adjuster.
it.
Yeah.
You can do it. Yeah,
It's
you can
only
manage.
on this side. In theory, you could do it
On the other side,
like
no.
with heavy modifications, but
With heavy
anyways,
modifications, you could.
it's
but-
not necessary. It's whatever.
Okay, next question.
Does it fold both ways?
Yes, you
Yes.
can change it. There's a video on the Norwich Academy, which Joseph made, where it shows you how to actually flip it to the other
It's super. Like the video was 1 minute, I believe. Was it 1 minute, Matthias? It was 1 minute, around 1 minute. It's super easy. It's just, you untighten these two screws, you take it off, you untighten this, then you flip the whole thing around, you switch it, and you tighten the screws. That's it. Very good.
And people want more gameplays.
More gameplays.
The gameplay will come. We did a gameplay. We actually did a 1 versus 1 last weekend, yeah. But we also did a prototype testing of the SSG10A3, which is quite long ago already.
We have some in the
Pipeline, yeah.
pipeline on storage. In the backlog. How do you call it? I don't even know. Yes, there is gameplays coming, and man, the shots with
They're
this.
good, Joseph cleaned the barrel.
We have it. But we also have a Swamp Sniper, so we will show you some of the shots later after we talk to Swamp Sniper, who is probably already in there. He's not there yet. So should we show the shot, or do we have more questions?
We do have more questions. Actually, are you planning to make a Norwich grenade?
Norwich grenade.
Yes.
Yes.
I could actually bring the prototype.
No, don't bring it because
We
it's
will
loud.
bring- Yeah.
It's loud.
We
and-
are building a grenade right now, and I don't want to spoil too much, but I think it's the holy grail of grenades. I had so many issues with grenades, I'm telling you. I think it's like airsoft sniping. You buy a grenade, it's either expensive, really, really expensive, or they are not expensive and they just break. And also the expensive ones break. So,
And I just got
Swamp Sniper
Info.
is there, and we remind you that the giveaway will be at half an hour. Stay tuned.
Perfect. Okay, can you hear us? Is everything working?
Christoph, can you hear
Yes,
us?
I can hear you fine.
Hey,
Can you hear me
man.
fine?
Yes,
Yes.
all looks pretty good. Man, that's a big studio. Is that your studio?
You have to see
It
it in
is,
real
yeah.
life. It's big.
Nice.
It's massive. Just like Christopher is like about 2 meters tall, so it fits.
He doesn't know what 2 meters is, right? Because
No, he knows.
US, right? Or
If you talk about your body height, do you talk about inches?
is 6 feet tall usually. People say 6 feet tall, right?
I'm 6'3".
Ah, there we
Oh.
go. So 2
There's
meters.
a huge delay on it. What's up, guys?
Oh, we have a delay. Okay, we kind of have to work with that.
We don't have a delay in this, so we're good to go. I just can't see
Okay.
you.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
Perfect. Good.
All good.
So obviously the first question is gonna be, what do you think? What do you think? Which one? And just your immediate impression, no filter, no BS. Just tell us what you think.
I love it, I think, but I won't know until I get my hands on it. And the main reason is I like that it's a different design, but it's not too futuristic or too weird. It looks like it is a manufactured replica. We're all replicas here.
Perfect. That's exactly what we need. It's a replica.
Yes. I think that in airsoft sniping, one of the first things I tell people when they're like, I want to get into airsoft is, and they want to be a sniper, they think they're just going to sit in a bush like you guys were talking about earlier. And I think that effective airsoft sniping, you're constantly moving. And you guys know, you're constantly moving to find the weak spot in the enemy's line, to flank people and all that. So the lightweightness, probably what I'm most excited about. I love the SSG10 in general. I have the A1 and the A2. Which one would I use right now? The A1 because of the weight. Like the A2 looks cool, but it's just, you know, the lighter weight, the better, in my opinion.
You know
so
what?
I would go.
I can
Yeah.
tell you, sorry to interrupt. I measured the weight yesterday with normally set up replicas, like with the 3 to 9 scope and this low power variable. This is lighter. This one is lighter than the SSG10A1 by about 100 grams, which is probably like 1,500 pounds. I have no idea.
So this was in general the idea to get the feature set and the looks of something like the A2. But because people went away from the A2 because it's heavy, this is like the combination of the A2 and the A1 and the advantages.
But anyway, sorry for disturbing. Just move on with your impressions because I want to really know what you think about it.
I also think that the fact that it can fold, and the fact that you guys are, again, I'll know more once I get my hands on one. Why don't I have my hands on one? But I'll know more once I use it. But I love the performance. I love the performance of the SSG10. It's great. And basically, like, when you guys first made the SSG24, I saw the actual impact on my airsoft field, which is 100 acres, but we only use like 70 acres of it running around. And people used to be like, there's a sniper out there. And it'd be like, don't worry. It shoots as far as a combat machine and it only shoots one shot at a time. Once the 24s came out, they started coming out everywhere and snipers became really effective. So if you've got a really compact body that's lightweight and people can really move around, you have another factor to worry about. I like that the performance is good enough to where it sets it aside as a different class of replica. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, it does, yeah, definitely.
It does. I also noticed a change on my field, my home field in Czech Republic. I was always like, I was exactly like Lou, like sniper rifles. I don't care.
There's a
I'm
sniper.
gonna,
Okay,
I'm
let's
gonna get
charge,
him.
yeah, let's
I'm gonna
charge.
get him. But then I had to
Right.
be more careful how I peek around the corners because I know once the SSGs were hitting the field, I was more. I don't want to say scared. I'm not scared of replicas. I mean, I can take a BB. It's fine. But I had to be more careful. That's the right word. Not to get hit when I'm just peeking, up, left, right. I had to pay attention to that. And I could increasingly more often hear the hissing, the sound the BB makes when it flies close to you. So that definitely changed a few years back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so
you start.
lightweight, compact. That's in the better direction. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a massive SSG. Don't get me wrong, or like something that Silo built, but that's the right direction for functionality and for people to actually, I think, enjoy it more. So I'm excited. Once I get my hands on one, I'll know further.
It is really the direction we want to go. That we don't try to replicate a real
Replica?
a real replica. It's more like what should we make to make it efficient for the game and to give the player the best possible experience, instead of saying it should just be as realistic as possible. And if the real one weighs 8 kilograms, we're gonna make it 8 kilograms. This is what we kind of wanna transition away from.
Don't play with the M200.
Exactly. Not like you. Don't play with an M200.
No, but I wouldn't mind the SSG 10 performance inside of an M200, because then it would actually be worth carrying. Otherwise, it's just for show and not function.
Exactly.
So
You would have to kind of adjust this with the field rules. That, for example, like the Barretts or these M200 interventions, they would just get a higher joule limit, I guess, to kind of compensate for the size and the weight. But in Airsoft, it just doesn't make sense in general. Like, not talking about, rules, but you can get the same performance in this as in the bigger replicas.
The fun fact that just fits it to the small thing as well. Actually, talking about your field and like regulations and stuff, man, we've been following the Ref series, and I really want to know more about it, because it's something that does not exist at all in Europe, or maybe I'm missing it. Can you tell us about what's Ref actually?
So Revelations, we would have had Rev 11, so our 11th year into it last year, but all 9 of my major events I had to cancel due to COVID. Thankfully, we are open though and rocking and rolling, and safely, and that's great. But Revelations is a open world game where every player, which normally we have around 800 players. This last one, I capped it off right before it hit 1,000, before we had to announce, sorry, we're postponing it. Every player is on their own team, essentially. So it's an open world role play event where you interact with role players, and it's very much like a video game in that there's countless quests that you can go on. There's countless different interactions, and no story is the same from one person to another. So I think the best part about Airsoft is the stories that you can tell from it and the experiences that you get. Not just a matter of, how many kills did I get this game and all that kind of stuff. So I like creating an event where the objective is not to just shoot a bunch of people, but the objective is to succeed in a survival post-apocalyptic game, or like in the zombie game that you joined in, or all this stuff. I'm sorry, sir. And Airsoft's just there to spice it up. So like with our Wild West and stuff. So it's an open world game. It technically shouldn't work. Let's take 1,000 people and let anyone shoot anyone for any reason at any point, right? That sounds like a bad idea. Like most places without a community that's built up around it, it wouldn't necessarily work. So the coolest part is you have all these like-minded individuals. Same as a regular Airsoft match, a pickup game or anything. The more like-minded everyone is, the more everyone's like, we're here to create an experience and have fun, the more fun you're going to have. So we have this world where, once you accomplish different quests and stuff, you're building up your character like a video game. You're accomplishing things and getting achievement coins and all that. So I feel like we're just getting started with them, and we're going to start pushing the boundaries of role-play Airsoft games. And the reason I enjoy telling that story is there's no way to show everything that happened in it except for from the individual perspective. Does that make sense to you guys?
It does make sense, But at the same time, it doesn't make sense. I have no idea how we can organize such a huge event and how it works. And I'm really curious to hopefully try one day, because I've done some like zombie games with my team, very small amount of people, probably like 10. It's doable, but like 1,000?
This is where I have to step in, because also when you announced like your zombie game at Bellahag, I was like, okay, I'm gonna visit it, but I already know like this is never gonna work. There's no way that this is gonna work. How would you even get 1,000 people to play zombies just to be shot at? But then we played it, and it was amazing. Yeah, it was such a fun experience. It was so unique. It was so different.
I want to try that.
Yeah,
I want to try that, because this is something new. This is something I've never done on such a big scale. I've been to games with 3,000 people, but not role play. Like, wow. I want to try that. I'm curious.
I think also the mix is cool, because there is role play, like role players, which they do role play in Airsoft, and they sometimes have Nerf guns, and it's a small part of the game. But I think for ref, or what I've seen in the videos, it's like 20% Airsoft, 80% role play. So I think it looks like a cool mix. Something that I would enjoy as well.
I think at this point it's really, really good to transition to the history of your field, because the people watching this live stream, they probably, maybe they know, maybe they don't. You are a field owner, you have a huge field, you have a lot of people like at your disposal to make these role plays. Can you tell us how did this all started? Like how this happens? I don't know.
And maybe also what Bellahag is now and where it actually is for the people watching your videos, but maybe they don't know where it is and what it is about.
Right. So my family had 100 acres out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by swamp, which is why I call myself the Swamp Cyber. And basically, we were about to lose our land, and I was like, hey, I want to start an airsoft field. I love people. I love orchestrating crazy fun things and everything. I had no idea what I was doing. It took me like a year and a half to get legal with our local government, city, and everything like that. And I just had a couple rules where I was like, this is always going to be about having fun. It's going to be about the community. It's about making memories. And we will always be open, rain or shine, basically, no matter what. And it just kind of built from there. Just keeping it, even though we have a large amount of numbers come out, generally we have 20 to 22,000 people annually, basically just for the regular weekends. We still, the spirit of Bellahag is that whole, like, just let's pretend we're a bunch of friends playing nerdy stuff in the woods and let's have fun with it. And that's what we maintain and keep it. So we built from there. I built a town, I built a rappel tower, I built a shooting range and all this stuff. And the biggest feature is just that you can creep through the swamp waist deep, which I know you've done, Chris. Like,
I've done it. I fell into the water as well.
Oh,
it was fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, last year was definitely a big hit. Thankfully now we're open and we're having 300 to 400 players per weekend, and we just got a lift to 1,000, which means I've got all these events I'm trying to figure out, but I have to come up with different safety mitigations and all that to do them. But that's basically Bellahag Airsoft. We're in Chesapeake, Virginia. We're right in the middle of the East Coast of the U.S. And generally for pickup games on the weekends, we'll have people travel as far from New York, Florida, multiple groups from California and stuff. And then when we do a big op, we'll have people come from the UK and everything. And it's like, the field's not that great, in my opinion. It's the community. And I think we always keep it about the community, then we're going to grow it and foster it and keep rocking and rolling. So that's what Bellahag is.
How hard is it to keep this going? What's the biggest struggles of having such a huge amount of people under your control, and they also have expectations, and you need to fulfill these expectations? Like, what's how do you do it?
I would say that taking care of a community is probably the hardest part. There's a lot that people don't know. We've never had like a fight at our field or anything like that. And when you have, 400 people out there, 500, 800 people out there, you can expect things to go bad. So what you need is you need to build a community of people who are self-policing each other. Everyone's trying to be a good example and stuff. If we took a bunch of strangers and just threw them out there, we could do our best to brief them and all of that. But it wouldn't be the same experience and it wouldn't really hold together. So it's about caring about the individuals, but some people don't even know in gameplay structure and design, even for a basic small game, you might have a group of really like aggressive players that are good on this one team, and they might not mesh well with a group of players on this other team. So it's like, let's just in the background design this to where they're on the same team and maybe this team has some more numbers, or it's about balancing and keeping drama out of it to keep it healthy and keep it fun and keep it safe. So that would be the most challenging part. Otherwise, like with the zombies, having people come out, I think if you design games that people who aren't airsofters would be interested in playing, which is what a lot of my games are, then that is a really good direction. It will also get more people into the sport. People are like, I'm not into airsoft, but that looks cool. And so they join in, they play it. I mean, we have people who come to Rev who don't even bring guns, replicas. They don't even bring replicas to the event, and they just have a blast with it. It's crazy. So the more things we could push in that direction, the better. And the more that represents the field, I think it shows that it's about using the imagination, having fun, not being overly competitive, and making memories. So that's how we do it.
How many people do you have to keep this running? Like, I mean, employees perhaps, or like
just people on the team.
We have about like 20 something in the pool and everything. And then for events, we'll have 50 staff, which would include like voluntary staff and role players and all of that. But generally, we could just have 7 or 8 marshals for a group of 400 people, and the day can go without any problems. But again, that's because we have a community that is like constantly putting out little fires of, if someone starts blind firing when they're not supposed to or anything, everyone kindly corrects each other, and it's just kind of a self-fixing thing. But generally, 8 to 9 people for regular gameplay, 20 people, and then 30 volunteer people for some of the large stuff. And we just build a skeleton, and for the event, we build a goal for it. Our goal, everyone's not always going to have a great time. Stuff happens. But our goal is generally to make sure that 95, 99% of everyone walks away saying, that was one of the funnest things I've done in my life. And if we always keep that our goal, then we'll hit close to that target.
That sounds amazing. It's probably the field owner's dream to have it like this.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds really good.
Which you've been working on for a long time, right?
We will have to move on to the next segment.
And it's gonna be the rundown of all the sniper
Rundown,
rifles.
yes. But before we end this, please tell people where to find you in 2 sentences. It sounds all amazing, like the events you do. I think it's really worth checking it out. So we want to make sure people can find you. So there you go. Floor is yours.
Okay. I am Swamp Sniper on YouTube. I'm at The Swamp Sniper on Instagram. You can find my field, balahackairsoft.com. And I'm just telling stories about these events we're creating, and can't wait to make more. So thank you guys for having me on.
Thanks for joining, man. And yeah, guys, go check it out because this sounds really cool. I'm
Definitely.
very interested
one
in
of the
joining.
most unique experiences in my
Unique.
12 years of Airsoft.
That's the word.
It's unique,
Unique, because this doesn't exist usually.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in months. Good. Let's move to the next topic.
Thank you.
Thanks, Christopher.
Good. We don't need our headphones anymore. That was our last guest, so
Let's
I
keep
can
on
put it
talking.
here. Perfect. Now it's time to check the lineup
Yes.
that we have. So
Because
I would
people-
first start with this one,
The A1.
the A1,
Let's get rid of
the laptop.
what's here. We can actually line them up here. Should we just line them up here?
Yes, and we will talk about each one. So if you are thinking about getting one, perhaps,
So that you
which
know
we
what to
would
get.
be very happy to, to hear from you, if we could hear you, that you are thinking about getting one. And I'm sure there is people thinking about picking up one and like not knowing exactly which one is the right one for you. Now we will answer those questions.
Do we have a 96 as well?
96. Let's get the 96.
I think it's with the
please.
Camo on.
I'm gonna get it. Chris, you start.
Good, I start. So, we are gonna start with the most affordable ones because that's very often the case that people say, okay, I'm on a budget, I wanna get something that shoots amazing, and I wanna get into airsoft sniping. If you're that kind of type, I think it's no question asked the SSG10A1. It's a lightweight, minimalistic sniper rifle that shoots as good as the expensive ones. So top-notch internals in there. It's the exact same upper receiver as in the others, so you can expect the exact same performance. What makes this rifle way more affordable is the very minimalistic stock. So here, this is, in terms of manufacturing, a lot easier and a lot simpler than this, obviously. But it still serves the purpose, right? It's ergonomic, it's nice, and it does the job. This is the SSG10A1.
You are getting, just to be sure that it's clear, this is the same accuracy, the same performance. You can expect the BB to fly straight. You can expect it to lift heavy BBs. All of them perform exactly the same. It's like, it's there.
It
It's
is.
there.
It is. They don't just perform the same; they are the same.
We
yeah?
didn't skip anything. We literally took this upper, the insides of this rifle, and we put it in all the others. It's the same, guys. So,
Exactly.
it's really about the stock and the amount of features you are getting. Here, it's a little bit different system, but the performance is
Exactly the same. Yeah.
exactly the same.
Now let's talk about. Let's go by price. Let's just go by price. The next one is the SSG96. Joseph, give us a rundown.
So I started with the SSG96, not with this one. I started with the L96. That's the base for this SSG96, hence the same number. And that was my first sniper rifle, and it was the only sniper rifle for a really long time because I spent a lot of money on it. I upgraded everything on the replica. It's a replica. So it was a good performer, but still there was, features missing, and basically this is the top of the food chain, I would say.
This is I think I can confidently say this is the best L96 Springer rifle right now on the market. And performance-wise, you can expect the same as on an SSG10, but you just get a more fancy-looking stock. You get an iconic-looking rifle, and there's lots of small little features that they're not 100% needed. You could argue: do you need the firing pin indicator, the empty mag indicator? Do you need quick spring exchange? All of these are useful features, but again, if you just want to play, SSG10 on your budget. If you want a bit more and a cooler looking iconic stock, it's SSG96.
I would say this is really the decision about looks. If you are a Counter-Strike player, then you know this. You want it. Just like me, I was playing semi-competitively Counter-Strike. AVP was my replica of choice in the game, and I wanted this, so I got it. And now you can have it without any hassle, without upgrades. There you go. That's the
Question in
SSG96.
store. Are there going to be any other stocks for SSG96?
We are working on an aftermarket folding stock. Again, this is an aftermarket stock, so no reason to wait for it. Yeah, you can always get the SG96 later on the folding stock, but this is music of the future, so more about that once it's time. I think we are talking about a year from now. Good, then we have the SSG10A2, which is just the same as the SSG10A1, but you have a very realistic, feature-packed stock, and it was for many the go-to rifle at Norwich because feature-packed stock looks incredibly cool. It is based on the Macmillan Tech 338, which is a very famous sniper rifle from the movie American Sniper. This is why people love it. Ergonomic, But it's also a bit more heavy. We gotta say that the SSG96 and also this gun are more heavy than these two. If you don't mind it, if you want the realism, and if you're a buff and strong guy, go for it. Yeah, not a problem whatsoever.
The weight comes with one feature, and that is unbreakability of the stock, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't see, like, House Gamers, Dayton, he was digging hole with the butt stock, with the, with this part.
Exactly.
There is no way to break it. Like, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how. So, heavy, but really, really strong. The strongest. I think this one is the strongest.
This is the strongest stock, yeah. Also lots of features, adjustable cheek rest, we do have M-lock underneath these covers, we do have QD, so lots of cool stuff, but again, I think it's mostly about looks, yeah? Do you like the looks of this? Then go get it if you don't mind a bit more weight.
And that's actually our goal. Let's pause here a little bit. We always say it's about the looks. If you prefer one over the other, you don't really need to think about it more.
Yeah.
You purely decide what you get based on the looks and perhaps the weight.
Yeah.
Perhaps the weight. But those are the only two things you should be worried about. If you are just starting, you don't know exactly what's going to fit you. Just pick the one you like the most.
Yeah, because ergonomics wise, they're all rifles, they are very similar in the ergonomics. Replicas, sorry. Good, now let's talk about our new flagship here, which is the SSG10A3, but let's get the minimal one, because I think it represents better of what you can do with this rifle. The SSG10A3 is right now my favorite one of all of them, to be honest, because it has all the features of the other replicas, but it's still extremely lightweight. Yeah, it's lightweight, modern, has tons of features, and it has something that no other one has, which is the falling stock, which is incredibly.
The SSG96 will have it in the future, but it's gonna be,
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, this is, I think, the pinnacle of efficiency. That's also how we describe it on the product page. That's how Joseph described it.
I don't know what else would I add. I don't know what, to be honest. Like,
that's it.
What's the weight of it?
2.6 kilograms, this package right here. I measured it yesterday.
Everything attached to it.
Exactly. Like this thing is 2.6 kilograms, which is, for a sniper replica, really good in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's more lightweight than the A1, which we already have somewhere else.
It's incredible. When you hold it in your hands, it's like, this just all makes sense. Why did no one else before think of this and just make something lightweight and efficient that shoots great, that doesn't break? There we go. SSG10A3. If you can afford it, keep that in mind. It is also the most expensive guns because it's the one that's like performance and feature wise. It's just the highest in the list.
Yes.
If you have the money to buy it, that's the one.
If you are on budget, A1 is still the go-to sniper replica to get. If you want more features, this is your choice.
But you can upgrade it. A1, you can upgrade it.
You can also get the A1 if you're on a budget, and then later you say, you know what, I want a little bit more tactical looking stock. Yes, you can change to a new stock. Everything is intercompatible between the different SSG10 platforms, so the A1, the A2, and the A3. You can always switch. If you can't decide, just get the A1, and later on just get the stocks that you want for it.
Yes, exactly. We currently have the A2 stock, so that might be an option. In the future, we will hopefully have the A3 because the capacities are limited. We will see. But the plan is there. We will have the A3 stock separately. So even if you already have the A1 or A2, you could potentially switch to this one if you wish to do so in the future. But right now, it's only like this. And
it's gonna take a while. If you're impatient, it can be a couple months. It will be by the end of this year for sure, but again, we're trying our best.
And now, if I'm not mistaken, we are coming to the giveaway.
The envelope. And
yes, we have to make. Wait a second. We have to make sure we have the audio. So.
Giveaway. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Paulina,
Please.
What do you have for us? Should we announce it or maybe let's.
It is a giveaway for the SSG10A3. The email that's in there will get this new replica right after this. We open it and we send it right away. We still have to get the ACE verification though. but you hopefully are over 18, or you have someone that you know who's over 18 who can get it for you.
So, the magic act.
People are excited. People go like,
Okay.
should I order it now or not? I am the one, or not?
So we cannot show the whole email. We cannot show, publicly somebody's email. So we blacked out part of it. If this email belongs to you, just get in touch with us, send us an email, or we will contact you on this particular email, and you are winning this SSG10.
And the SSG10A3 from Norwich goes to Paul or Paul.
There you go. We can show it. Congratulations, man. If
We
it's
will
your
contact
email,
you.
You're the one, man.
you
That's
got
a
the
good
SSG10.
I hope you didn't order it yet.
I mean, if you did order it, I mean, we can refund it.
I'll be sending it too.
Are we sent to? Okay, what else do we have in the?
Would you like to answer some questions?
Yes.
Oh yes, we can answer questions. More
Certainly.
questions. Those are always good because that means people are interested.
Definitely. So, what is the future of Norwich, and are you planning on making a specific semi-auto DMR?
Semi-auto DMR.
We have a semi-auto DMR actually. The SSX33 is our semi-automatic DMR. But when we talk about different systems than gas non-blowback, yes, we are working on a DMR AG right now. But we are looking at, I would say, 8 months until it's out. It is very, very different to the SSR15, so get ready. Yeah, it's something that I think people will not expect. It's a model where people will say, "That's new. Like I haven't seen this in a good version yet." It's gonna be cool, but it's coming. Semi only. It's gonna accept high tools. It's gonna shoot amazing, but yeah, it's coming. And the future of the company, we talked about it at the beginning of the live stream, but realized that all the stuff that you see at Norwich.com is, except for the textile stuff and the SSB18, which is done by Joseph, is still developed by me, so only one person. Right now we have 10 developers sitting in the development office just redesigning and developing new, cool, innovative stuff. So there is tons of cool stuff coming. And I'm not just talking sniper rifles, I'm talking HGs, grenades, full thrust kits. There's many, many, many cools, very innovative, also from scratch built guns coming. So be excited, cool stuff will come.
Great, thank you. What actually each of you would buy with A3?
Together with it?
Yeah.
Or the mag holder. This thing.
Make-over.
I think it looks great.
What about a scope? Wouldn't you buy a scope first?
Will you see?
Okay, I would buy 2 spare magazines, 2 bottles of 4.6 Bio BBs, S-speed loader if you don't have one, this optic or this optic depending on what you like most, and maybe the QT sling if you don't have a sling yet, and that's it. That's all we need. The mag holder if you agree with Joseph.
What about you, Joseph? Is that all you
Yeah,
want?
I would definitely. So I'm gonna start with the optional stuff you can pick on the website. I would definitely get the grip without grooves because grooves never fit my hand. I would definitely get the mag holder because I'm making videos and I can store a power bank there. If I wouldn't be making videos, I would probably also get it because then I don't need pouches. I don't need pouches because I can have a spare magazine here. Have magazine here ready to go, and that's all I need for a game. I don't need more magazines, and I don't even need a battle belt almost for a like the sidearm. Yes, I would need a belt, but that's about it. Scope, definitely the low power variable without the red dot because the low power variable kind of already is a red dot if you switch to 0 magnification or 1 times magnification. It's very close to a red dot, so this looks cool. If you want to have it permanently switched to 4 and use the red dot, you can do that, but I don't think it's necessary. I would definitely get, what else? Sling, I already have a sling. I would maybe just get like this thing, and I'm using a different sling. BBs, yes, BBs, that's it.
That's it.
Did I forget something? No, probably not. This is it, like look at this, and this is what I would get. That's that.
Well, thank you for the info. So just a quick rundown from top to the front, from the front to the back.
Do we need to?
And again, the price, remind us of it, price and weight. And we can
Okay, super quick. Low power variable optic, micro red dots, golden ball handle, golden end cap, magazine holder with a spare magazine, PTS grip, and that's it.
You know, you just disassembled
There we go.
Also, any physical shops or showrooms planned?
We did have one in the planning and we already wanted to hire for it, but making an offline shop right now is not the best idea, honestly.
Maybe in the future. Maybe in a few months. Maybe in a year, 2.
Yeah,
We will see.
when stuff is back to normal.
Nobody
we
knows.
even thought about making a field in Vienna, but also that idea got scrapped completely. Like, I'm so glad we didn't start a field this time, and that would have been the worst decision.
Not scrapped, on hold.
On hold, yeah, it's on hold. We're on it, yeah. Once stuff is back to normal.
Thank you
Any
so
more
much
questions?
for this streaming. Just one last. So you're a we are a fast growing company.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. But I'm not a developer. So how to become a product developer and what to study? And are you hiring?
We are always hiring in all departments, actually. And for product developer, there's 2 kinds of people that we're looking for. One person is an absolute airsoft nerd, yeah, who knows every gun inside out. He has built, I don't know, combustion-based gas blowback rifles in his basement, yeah. And he is good or okay with engineering. Okay, profile number 1. Profile number 2 is interested in replicas, yeah, and what they replicate. But maybe he doesn't know everything about airsoft, maybe just a little bit. He's interested in it, but he's an absolute killer engineer, yeah. He knows everything about the manufacturing. He has dealt with manufacturers in Asia especially. Maybe he speaks Chinese, that would be even better, so he can communicate with our manufacturers in Taiwan and also in Hong Kong. So yeah, this is the 2 profiles. We are hiring. If you fit one of those 2 profiles and you're willing to relocate to Vienna, contact us. If you don't relocate, if you're an absolute rock star, you can also work remotely. But we prefer that you actually come and be part of the team.
Novridge.com/career.
Exactly.
There we go. That's it, right?
Thank you very much. Well, many questions were coming from the complicated markets, of course, like how can you purchase Novridge in Russia, in Philippines? But I guess I can answer this question
that's
as
yours.
the B2B sales representative. So just, guys, go to the shops, go to the stores, ask your dealers, retailers online in your countries, and they will get back to us. And of course, we will bring Novridge to your markets. And we're actually working on it really, really hard to get Novridge delivered into your hands so that you can also enjoy it on the fields.
So right now, what you can do, talk to your favorite local shop, tell them, hey, I want Novridge here, and we will take care of that, or more
And
specifically,
be
Paulina.
persistent, yeah. Don't just write an email. Write them on Facebook, Instagram. Go there, annoy them. The more you annoy them, the more you will get the product.
Definitely.
That's pretty much what it is, because ultimately they want to serve you as best as they can, because ultimately you are giving them money to offer more and more better service, so they need you to buy from them. And if you say, hey, I want the SSG10A3, they better get it.
Yeah,
And we will gladly assist. We will gladly assist.
And you know that Chris is traveling all around the world, and Joseph as well, so maybe you will have a chance to play in your
Hopefully,
country
in the
together
future.
with those 2.
Once we can travel again, definitely.
Once we can travel, yes.
Hopefully.
Okay, I guess that's the end.
Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you very much, guys, for launching such a beauty and answering all the questions.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining, and check out the SSG10A3 and everything else at Novridge.com. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.